Hail, everybody! How you doing today?
Hello. Welcome to Clout Goblins episode 3. I'm Crash Mondo Jr. I'm here with No Green Rocks from the Legion of Memers.
Yep,
Flagrant will be here hopefully shortly, and we also got Christopher Rueben Haynes coming in later.
awesome. Yeah, as Crash said, I am Superman. If he wasn't scared of green rocks, leader, creator, and founder of the Legion of Memers. Thank you all for being here. So yeah, Willie, how you doing today, mate?
Welcome, Willie. Always good to see you. So, first topic of today is after 2,783 failed times to arrest Trump. And they still actually haven't arrested him as far as, right? I think they've just indicted him, is my understanding. They've just voted in New York to press charges.
I wouldn't say it's anything till he shows up there and we have a mug shot. Because once that happens, that's when I know something will actually happen.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm not even convinced that even I'm just not convinced anything's going to happen. And I think DeSantis has said that they will not support the state of Florida will not support an extradition. So if Trump doesn't want to go, he could just stay down in Mar-a-Lago.
Oh yeah, we'll see if DeSantis has the balls to fight back.
Yeah. I mean, so what? Like it's oh god, I'm at a loss for words. Like they're on like the legality of it. He paid Stormy. Well, somebody paid Stormy Daniels to not talk about whatever they did, right? And I guess they're just considering it a bribery.
I mean, they could, but the statute of limitations is up on that. So even if they did, they're stretching the law, which is, I think that's why everybody's so upset, is because it's a blatant disregard for the law as it is, and it's 100% politically motivated, and it's showing a lot of people how the world in the United States is right now, and I think that's why a lot of people are upset at this. If you're gonna, I mean, as far as I'm aware, president has never been indicted.
Correct. There has never been a former president, or even well, you can't even press charges on a sitting president. So yeah, there's never been a former president indicted on.
So it does seem like,
as far as I know,
because it's Donald Trump, they are going this far, and the problem is that it's making a mockery of our system, which is already not fantastic.
Indeed. I mean, from my perspective, I do have high hopes that it will wake up more people, more of the zombies on the left. I think a lot of people are waking up just from the fact that if you step out of line, they come after you. Like I have to wonder how many people are losing friends today because they didn't post something positive toward Trans Visibility Day or whatever.
Their friends, it's been like that for the past couple of years. I don't think anybody has stuck around with the people who supported Trump for this long, and then suddenly decided to be like, well, he's getting arrested. I'm not going to be friends with you anymore. But I mean, we'll see how it goes. I think that at this point they're just trying to get everybody up in a tizzy for something to happen, which I think is very wrong. A lot of conservatives, they're doing their best to be like, hey, don't do anything stupid, guys. It's only give them fuel to the fire.
Yeah, I do worry about the dark side of what could happen. MAGA is not like, Antifa and BLM. They don't, like, we saw what a MAGA riot was in January 6th, right? It's them walking between the roped
but that's not the perception that the whole world got. That's the problem. It's the perception that means means everything. It's what they can put on the news. It's what they can parade out there for the public to see. And that's the issue. People don't realize, like, what you do might come back to bite you in the ass. I apologize. Is cursing allowed on this show?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, even innocuous things. I mean, the charges are bogus, obviously, against the people that they have charged in that incident, but that's something you got to be thinking about. You got to be thinking about the consequences when, which, I mean, a lot of people were thinking ahead, but you just couldn't get the word out to everybody. Like when Ray Epps was trying to get people into the building, people were calling him out. But they just pressed on and got a lot of people trapped in there, or trapped meaning that they got caught in camera, and that was enough for the feds to say, that's like criminal trespass.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I was super into the political for a very long time, but it just ran me ragged, man. I was worried all the time, and I was done with it. And now, like, I dabble in it, but like, I try not to let it consume my life because it'll eat you from the inside out if you're not careful. And with all this, Trump getting arrested stuff, I think when people are losing their shit and they're freaking out, you're giving them exactly what they want. Like, exactly what they want. They want people to get, go over the top, or they want something where they can be like, you see, this is what his supporters do. And so I think those people who keep themselves calm and cool-headed.
You froze there for a second, but you came back.
I just think that people who keep their level heads about them, I think those are the best people to represent, MAGA, Republicans, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. So, I mean, I like what you guys do. Tell me a bit more about Legion of Memers. How did you start that? How old is Legion of Memers actually?
Probably about a year old at this point, but who knows? I honestly, I don't know the birthday of the Legion of Memers, but we're probably about a year old about now. And basically what we are is a bunch of memers that got together, and it's almost like the comic book writers room of old, where we kind of share ideas and help each other out. Like, hey man, I need this guy's head for an asset. Oh, I need this, I need that. And what we do is we also kind of share tips and tricks with each other inside our little chat group.
Okay.
And from what I've seen, everybody is taking it to the next level. We're all trying to increase our skill, and at the end of the day, we're also trying to bring humor to the world. So whatever live streams you watch, right? Friday Night Tights, Cobra Cast, the Adam Krigler show, Based F Mondays. We're all around, and it's because we're fans of the individual. Nobody's doing this because they're forced to. They're doing it because they want to, and they want to enjoy it, right? So you say something weird or whatever, and somebody will take that face you just made, cut it out, clip it, and put it on a video that relates to that subject, and just bring more humor and stuff to whatever content we enjoy.
Wait, so I'm gonna go ahead and use this as an opportunity to plug y'all's. I guess I gotta share it first. That would help. New merch line.
Oh yes, big shout out to Flagrant Triggers who helped set this up. I am very proud of it. We even have a commercial for it. If you want, I can send it to you in the DMs. But yeah, you know what I really love about these? The sweats.
Yeah.
It's funny because everybody's like, "Ooh, sweatpants." That's something a little bit different than most people have. Not everybody has that kind of merch, and I'm really glad that Cam helped work with me on that, and it's going through his site.
Yeah, no, I was there when Flagrant started his business. I'll never forget it. The Chrissy had what was it? Her "Rootin' for Putin" T-shirt was canceled by the merch store that she was with. It's like Teespring or something like that, and they were just asking. I think it might have been on live on a TimCast. They said, "Hey, if you know anybody who's willing to do this, let me know." And he just jumped all over it. He said, I'll do it for you because I mean, when he gets on, he can tell more about his story about how he got started. But I believe it's his nephew who happens to also. Speaking of which, there he is.
Hey, Cam.
Holy
How
balls!
You doing?
You all right, man?
Dude, I feel like Randy from that episode of South Park. Like, good God. That was yeah.
Well,
much needed.
We were just talking about the story of how you started Flagrant Triggers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. In fact, why don't you jump on that, because I don't know if I'm doing it justice. I don't know all of the details.
Well, let's see.
I remember them.
If we go to the way back, it all started when I started watching Tim Pool like 5 years ago or so.
About the same time I did, yeah.
Well, I'd had that surgery and I was going through the disability process, so I was sitting around not doing a whole lot. And I started watching Tim, and Tim had on Gary. And he talked about
Is that
Friday
5
Night
years
Tight.
ago now?
It's been a while. Well, I mean, it wasn't 5 years ago, but eventually he had Gary on Tim. This was before he started IRL. But he had Gary on. Gary talked about Nerdrotics and Friday Night Tights and everything. I started watching Friday Night Tights. Friday Night Tights. Let's see, this was 2021, I guess. Started watching it around the end of summer, beginning of fall. And they got Chrissy on. And then Chrissy became a regular part of the show. And she started, they were promoting her shows. And then when she came to North Carolina, went out to her show, made her a shitty meme shirt. Oh my God, I'm going to have to go grab it because it's terrible. It's a god awful shirt.
Yeah. Don't worry. With all our first stuff, we're bad at it. So I get you, bro.
Well, I get there and I got these shirts and I'm wearing the one I got for myself, and then I got one for her, and she pulls me up on stage and fucking embarrasses the shit out of me. And give her the shirt, and we go out and we go me, her, and like probably 10 other people. Yeah, I think it was about 10 other people. We all went out and bar hopped for a little bit. Well, the next week was when TeePublic or Teespring or somebody took a Rootin' for Putin off. And I've got a nephew who works at a print shop, and I was like, hey, we can get that done for you. So it took, I think within 2 weeks, I had everything up and running with the site, and had her page and everything, and she's been slowly progressing from there.
And so how do people get their stuff on your site? Do you need to reach out to them, or do they need to email you? Like, if people are interested of getting their own merch and everything, how do they get in contact with you?
Oh, you can do Twitter. Twitter's at Flagrant Trigger. And then I've got email is flagranttriggers@gmail.com. And any of this, I think the rest of the socials are Flagrant Triggers, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Yeah, you can message me there. Or you can, if you go on the website, there's actually an email link in there too, to where you can email me directly.
Okay, and you're open to all creators, not just, big or medium-sized creators. Big, small, doesn't matter.
Yeah, and I try to make sure everybody gets a decent portion of the sales. I'm trying to talk to some more people who have a lot of stuff on like Teespring or TeePublic or whatever, to see what kind of margins they're getting, because if I'm going to grow it more, I got to have something to offer the people who already have a big standing with or bulk stuff going out with the other sites.
Okay, so I'll DM. It might be a good idea for you to do some promotions or things like that, switching over.
And yeah, I definitely need to. That's one of the goals for this year, is to focus more on the marketing, because we've had some hangups since mid-February, because they're at the shop, because everything started coming in the way it was, and because I kept bringing consistent small orders. They have their own separate department that handles small stuff, and they've had to completely upgrade that department. And they got some new machines, and they're fully automating everything on the order side. So that gives me time, because I was going in, taking each order, screenshotting it, cropping it, and then emailing them one by one to them. And now everything's automated, and it just goes through automatically. So it's
nice,
going to give me some time to work on marketing and upgrading the website.
Well, I mean, you got a marketing guy right here.
There's definitely some. I have some ideas for marketing, but I definitely need to talk to someone who's done it more. And
well, if you need an example, Crash, can you just bring up that video I sent in the private?
Yes.
Dude, the video you did was awesome.
Actually, the way I have this shared, I think it's not going to do the sound. Let me redo that. I just realized.
No worries. It's okay. I boomer up my own stream on the Legion of Memers all the time. It's it's par for the course. But yeah, man, I'll make anything for you. Just give me a heads up.
There we go. That should work.
Oh yeah. I'll start showing this a couple times.
And as far as I'm aware, nobody else did a commercial like this on your site, did they?
No.
We gotta get that going for you.
Yeah, it'd be cool to get some for X-Ray and Chrissy and them. I think Frank does a lot of Chrissy stuff though.
Yeah, he does. He does. I've been in contact, made a few videos for them here and there. So yeah, he does everything. I think he's like the producer person.
And he does it all from his phone. That's the crazy part.
You know who you're talking to, right? I do everything from my phone as well.
Do you really?
All the memeing, all the videos, everything like that on the phone. I've gotten to the point where I'm so reliant on the phone that when I go onto the computer, I have like two thumbs. I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. So I'm trying to like go back and like relearn some things, like how to do it in the computer. Because I want to get into more stuff, and the computer is where it's at, even though my computer is getting old, so it's like a potato now.
Yeah, that's one thing I want to do too. I want to reach out to, because I'm on Tim Pool's Discord now, and I've been a member for so long that I'm in the VIP chat, but I joined the Elite chat, and I'm going to try to get with some of those guys and get some pointers on how to hit the growth, work on that.
I mean, reach out to the fellowship, man. We all want to, like, I think you've gotten multiple shout outs on Friday Night Tights, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Oh, yeah. The Marvel shirt, that Make Marvel Milligan shirt, it's still blowing up. Like, it's still doing really well. Actually, yeah.
I should have worn my Pete Buttigieg shirt. It came in this week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think the people watching prefer your shirt, to be honest with you, Crash.
That's true.
Yeah,
I think this is the first shirt I ever bought from you, Flagrant. Actually, no. Actually, I didn't buy it directly from you. I bought this one when I met Chrissy in Tampa. That's right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the Buttigieg one has the new print method, so I want you to check it out and see what you think of that. Because we, instead of doing that, because I think that type is the old one where we still did the layered ink, and it binds through agents that are put on the shirt. But the one you just got should be the new tech, where you should be able to pull it, try to tear it, and like I said, you're going to tear that shirt before you tear that print.
Okay.
You guys might have to give me a minute. I have a delivery coming, so they're gonna.
Yeah, no worries.
Doors, so.
No, that's all good.
But,
I just found something kind of amazing, and it made me both vomit and laugh.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Where is it? Is this a meme?
You can never tell anymore, huh?
I know. You know what? It's still hilarious though.
Give me 1 second.
All right.
No worries.
Let's see, where's it at? For any of you Bud Light drinkers out there,
oh,
you
no.
know how I know you're a pussy. Budweiser Bud Light literally turns you into a woman now. That's how you know you're drinking garbage.
I'm really curious as to how the sales will do after this. And by the way, this is confirmed real. I know this came out on April 1st, but this has been confirmed as real.
Like, Jesus, women should just give up at this point. Like, fuck it. There's no hope for you anymore. Yeah,
patriarchy always wins. The patriarchy always wins.
It does.
That's what you get, women, for going up against the patriarchy.
It's like that Team America thing about dicks, pussies, and assholes. Ladies, the dicks are fucking you right now. You are gonna get no opportunities like that. Jesus. I thought it was a meme at first because I just looked it up because I saw it on one of the Discord servers, and I just tried looking it up and it didn't have anything on there. So I'm wondering if they're already backpedaling that.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Jesus.
The backlash from social media does have an effect.
Yeah, it does.
It absolutely does.
Well, granted, there are a lot.
That's right, front porch.
Yep.
I won't out you as having been a former Bud Light drinker.
Well, now we know whose piss water it is. My God. Yeah.
I mean, I admit I've Bud Lights when there was nothing else around.
Yeah. I mean, when I used to go to the bar, that's what I'd get. But that's only because they didn't have the good Dos Equis or any what is that? Asahi. I used to get Asahi beer. It's really good. It's a Japanese beer.
Okay.
It's pretty darn good, but I've always liked the darker beers too, like stouts and stuff.
Yeah, I'm more of a stout and porter person.
Sorry about that, gents. I saw that picture of the Bud Light. That's probably a meme, but it's hilarious.
No, it's real. It was an actual paid promotion with Bud Light and Dylan Mulvaney. It was confirmed as real.
I hope their sales plummeted.
Yes.
I was going to post, like, I hope someone shorted Budweiser stock this week. Jesus Christ.
Hey, hail the front porch conservative. How you doing, bud? Thanks for coming in chat. Again, thank you, Cam, for that hookup. Hopefully that intro will be played on his next show. I'm very excited for it.
Yeah, I need to. Can you send me the raw of that?
Yeah, for sure, dude. For sure, that's not a problem.
That'd be way easier to, probably higher quality to incorporate too.
Well, it's his, so he would have to give permission for that. But I'll definitely send you it, and once you talk to him.
Oh yeah, and thanks to whoever in the Legion found the bullshit site.
Yes. Did you reach out to them?
Not yet. I was wanting to talk with you, and I'm just gonna email them and tell them, like, hey, take it down, because I've got an exclusive. I've got exclusive contracts with these guys.
Yeah. Speaking of, I should probably take the other one down. But yeah, dude, the second you said, like, hey, yeah, I got good hats, I got sweats, I'm like, no, I'm going with the fellowship first, man.
Yeah, and I got let's see, I actually need to tally everything up, and so.
Oh, we made sales.
Yeah, I'm pretty
awesome.
Sure.
People were asking me, but let's go behind the scenes and
yeah, we'll talk about that.
Because
Yeah,
I'm very excited. I gotta get me some of those hats, dude. Oh, they look so good.
yes, Front Porch. This is
there
the
you
guy.
go.
Yep, that's me.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Absolutely. I'll do that right now. I'll have to do that on my phone.
Yeah, yeah, because me and Crash were talking Front Porch, like your intro and build up to your show is fucking great.
Bro,
And you just needed that little stinger right there.
Right, yeah, it's like this awkward cut right into the video where it's just like he needs it. He just needs like one of those. He just needs some sort of interlude in here that to bring him into the video, the main part.
Okay, Cam, I'll be sharing with you in just 2 seconds.
Okay.
Nice. I'm looking forward to it, Front Porch.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, it's not typically what I normally do. As you saw in the other one, it's more flashy. This one I liked. It was nice and calm. It wasn't. I didn't have to like. It was great. I wish I could have done more. I don't have technology for it.
I was thinking about front. Like for me, I see Front Porch as like this this grainy type front porch with a rocking chair, like rocking back and forth a little bit, and then a little bit of guitar in there just to.
Well, if you give me 2 shakes,
isn't he in West Virginia? Get some banjo.
Yeah.
Cam, I sent you the DM. We have his permission to play it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I gave it. I gave it to you. You now have it. But yeah, it was a great project to work on, and I love helping people out where I can.
Hey,
so if anybody needs anything, to hit me up.
Yeah, him and Frank are from another world.
Okay, no banjos.
Yeah, I do it mainly with my 2 thumbs. Exactly. He goes, and the fact that this guy does this with what he does with 2 thumbs and a cell phone is amazing. Thank you, man. It took a lot of work, a lot of time and effort to learn. I'm constantly grinding to learn more. I'm working on trying to learn some things that are going to take me a very long time to do. But do you guys ever watch the Corridor Crew?
Yes, I've seen some of their. I used to watch some of their reviews and stuff.
You should go check out the anime.
I did. That thing was fucking great.
And they on their website they actually you have to pay for it, but they actually give you a walkthrough of how to do it, like the exact same thing.
Yeah, I heard there was like a detailed breakdown.
I love learning these new things of how to make videos and all that every day. Every single day I try and learn more.
What's it called again? I've not seen this.
The Corridor Crew. I'm not sure if you can play it on stream.
Oh, you haven't seen the rock paper? What is it? Rock paper swords? Is that what they called it?
Rock paper cross. What is it? Rock paper cross something. Crossblades.
Yeah, it was really good. Let's see. All right, everybody, let's check out this little thingy we got here for our Mr.
I'm not sure if it'll get your channel struck, so just a heads up.
It shouldn't, since Front Porch has given the okay.
Oh, you're talking about the
not
video I made?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah. I was thinking about the Corridor.
Yeah, I'll look at the Corridor.
You know what?
Later.
I didn't. Hold on. I forgot to share audio. Got to get that done. All right, let's.
And turn the audio all the way up.
Do that again.
Turn the volume up. Is that as loud as it goes?
That is as loud as it goes on this.
All right.
So. Dude, I like that. It looked jazzy.
Yeah.
I think I may have sent the wrong version.
My name is Brian Trippett. I am your front porch conservative. Step on up to my electronic front porch and let's talk.
Nice. I love it.
Dude, that's really nice, man.
Yeah, there's another version as well that I may have sent accidentally the wrong one. So give me 1 minute. I will be back. I want to make sure that he gets the right one.
Oh, no problem.
I'm still here. I'm just doing things in the background.
Oh, let's see.
All right.
No, I guess. Yeah, okay. Looks like everything's going.
So. See, that's the problem when you make as much stuff as I do. You never know.
You know, yeah. Oh God. I hate doing that. Opening up and checking streams in a different tab, and then the audio comes through, and
oh yeah, that's a pain in the butt.
God, one of my buddies has a fucking excellent clip from back in the day when I was raiding WoW, and we were watching a video of a raid that we did, and in the video,
Leroy Jenkins? I'm sorry.
no. Well, in the video, my buddy's he's talking about some band, like, hey, does anybody want to hear some? And like, I'm watching the video, and they're in Discord with me, so I think they're talking. And I'm like, oh yeah, man, let's go check it out. And they're like, who the fuck are you talking to? It's like, fuck. Yeah, the old blonde moments. I am going. Has anyone? Speaking of all this awesomeness, let's talk about how some patriotic shit. Has anyone not seen Trump's response?
I have
video
not.
to the indictments. Okay, let me find this because it is amazing. It is absolutely amazing. Let me see. Where is it? Is it this one? Let's see.
All right, I'm back. Yeah, I may have sent the wrong version, but Brian, check your email. It should be there in about 3 minutes. Because if somebody wants a product, and I do it, I want it to be the best one there is.
Where is this video? Is it on Twitter? Oh man, I hate when they do shit like this. They're intentionally tagging like all their news bullshit to it so they can get more clicks on their sites.
Oh yeah, I hate that.
Like it's so fucking slimy, dude. Damn. If somebody could find that, that would be freaking awesome. Let's see. Da, 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 da.
Okay, I got it.
You got it?
All right. Yeah, that was completely my bad because I have no idea what the hell I'm doing half the time. But I will bring up the one that I just sent, and I think I just sent it to you as well. So just give me 2 shakes.
Okay.
And I'm going to download it so we have better sound.
Okay, I found the video too.
Yeah, I think I just found it.
Yeah. So what are we going to watch first, gentlemen? Should we gonna do the intro and then get into this Trump talk?
Oh yeah, I'm down because if I'm going to show people something, it's going to be the best.
All right.
Just give me 2 shakes, and I'm going to share what I got to share.
Yeah, man.
Okay, system audio. Share. All right. Should be up and ready to go. Just share it.
Yeah.
There you go. You see it's a bit different.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem with Front Porch Conservative. My bad. I do apologize.
My name is Brian Trippett. I am your Front Porch Conservative. Step on up to my electronic front porch and let's talk.
And this part, right?
Nice.
That was much
Very
better than
nice.
the last one.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Because now you got the masking for the links and stuff.
Yeah, that was my bad. And I do appreciate his understanding.
Brian's extremely cool. Very laid back. One of the more awesome people that we got to hang out with in Florida.
Yeah, man, I can't wait to get my butt over to one of those meetups and hang out with y'all.
Yeah,
Dude,
man.
I want to go to Vegas, but
I can't. It was between Vegas and food for me, so obviously I picked food.
Yeah. All right. Okay. We got to watch this. We got to watch this because it is incredibly like. All right, so for everyone who doesn't know, Trump got indicted on 34 counts
Of nonsense.
Yeah, misappropriation of funds or some kind of financial transaction fraud. It was bullshit because of the Stormy Daniels stuff, and so they've uncorked the genie, and we'll talk about that later. But this was his response.
Durham probe into the Russia collusion hoax. President Trump.
Oh, he actually made a video response.
Yes, and it is awesome.
President of the United States to be impeached for a second
January
time.
6th committee releasing its final 845-page report.
Former President Donald Trump has been indicted.
Remember this: nothing worth doing ever came easy.
That's 3 evers.
Following your convictions.
He's right, though.
Means
Yeah.
be willing to face criticism from those who lack the same courage to do what is right. Relish the opportunity to be an outsider. Embrace that label. Being an outsider is fine. Embrace the label. Because it's the outsiders who change the world and who make a real and lasting difference. The more that a broken system tells you that you're wrong, the more certain you should be that you must keep pushing ahead.
This is a party that wants an outsider badly.
I continue to believe Mr. Trump will not be president.
You must keep pushing forward. Never, ever give up.
Keep push forward, never
Friends in
give
your
up.
life,
If you have a passion for it, go and do it.
You want to go home. I can't do it. I can't do it. Just never quit. You will build a future where we have the courage to chase our dreams no matter what the cynics and the doubters have to say. You will have the confidence to speak the hopes in your hearts and to express the love that stirs your souls. And you will have the faith to replace a broken establishment with a government that serves and protects the people. They're not coming after me, they're coming after you. I'm just standing in their way. And I always will stand in their way.
Very nice, very inspirational. I like the editing on this as well.
Yeah.
From an editor's standpoint, I can see the amount of effort and time it took.
Yeah, that was excellent.
I
Excellent.
wonder
editing.
when presidential videos and things like that are going to start having memes in them. What do you think? Another 15 years?
Well, you saw the build the wall. They definitely threw that in there.
I got an idea. Let's ask Mr. Rueben.
Ruben,
What-
look
Hello.
at that schmexy beard. You just cut that.
I got to cut
Got
down
it,
a bit.
bro.
I asked the guy. I actually have a barber now. I have actually a personal barber, and I said I needed to do a summer cut for the ladies, so I did that.
For the ladies.
I'm
For,
serious.
it's for the ladies.
Yeah.
It's for the ladies,
No,
everybody.
no.
Not
Here's the
for
thing.
Ruben,
Here's the thing.
because
I
it's hot
actually
as hell
I
already.
wanted to get here earlier, but I needed to be a I don't know call it again, the designated driver in a way. No, I went to see my barber, and the barber said, "Just pay me in Hennessy." So I bought him a Hennessy, and we drank the Hennessy, and then we drank another one, and another
That's
one,
a
a bottle,
bloody good
750
barber.
mil. We drank 3 bottles. There was about 4 of us there. There was him. He's the owner of the barber shop, and there was his assistant, and then there was 2 new entries into the whole fray. One guy, Isaiah, wonderful guy. He is a drug bus. He's a delivery guy, but he has passion for other things. And the one other guy was Jose. He was a newly fresh 4-month-old import from Dominican Republic, and he wants to start doing a food business. He says. He said in Spanish, but he says, "America's a land of opportunity. I'm here to make. I want to do something," and we want to give him a food truck. And he has amazing recipes from Dominican Republic, great food. And in fact, I told him my story, the fact that I want to look for a wife, and he's hooking me up with women to talk to. So we're having fun. No, he sent me. I said, I want somebody who's smart, intelligent, and totally based, and it's going to be a traditional wife. And he has women friends that want to get married to American men. I said, yeah, might as well. Shit. If women here just want to do their own thing and go against nature, go be it. I want a real woman. So that's what I'm doing here. And that's why I got here a little late, because I had to these guys are lightweights. They can't handle the liquor. I can't. No, literally, I've already had 2 bottles of Hennessy. I have had 2 bottles of Hennessy right now. They had only a bottle, and they can't handle it. They're drunk. They're right now at the business. We basically commandeered the barbershop to be a bar, and we were just drinking away. They got rowdy. I left because I had to come here. But again, I'm sober. Whatever.
I'm also sober.
But Crash Mondo, I want to tell you something. You're an amazing man. I've always loved you. And again, the 3 of you, Flagrant. Oh my God, everything you've done, again. Right here, ladies and gentlemen, exemplifies No Green Rocks, Flagrant Triggers, and Crash Mondo as people who are doing the work to improve their lives by enriching others. The ability to put together websites, designs, to get things done, memes, everything here. People who are dedicated to other than themselves, to give of themselves, but then have the ability to create great things. That's why I love these guys. And I'm the same way. I basically see talent. Again, I'm there talking to this guy. He doesn't understand English. He's from the Dominican Republic. If you saw him, he's black. But he's pure Dominican. And I'm talking to him in Spanish. My Spanish is horrible. Again, I'm critical of myself, but he understood what I was saying, and he's hooking me up with all these women. It's so funny. No, seriously. He sent me one. This woman was a model and wants to get married. And I said, I talked to her already in Spanish. Doing the work on yourself to improve yourself as a man, because we're all men here. And that men are marginalized in this time right now. they're going after Trump for being a real man, not like a cuck, like Schumer or even fucking Biden. My Biden's not even he has nothing in his head.
There's
right
no
now.
bad plugs here. Absolutely not.
I know.
No,
we're not on Rumble, are we? Shit, I can't say that.
Actually, we are Rumble.
Yeah,
we are. Well, Joe Biden for YouTube. I love Joe Biden. Joe Biden's our president. For Rumble, the exact opposite. No, but I've launched my Rumble channel. I've become a Rumble partner. I paid for it, of course. You got to pay for things that you want to get in. I've actually also, this is new, exclusive to you all. I have contacted James O'Keefe in his new venture, the OMG O'Keefe Media Group. OMG. I'm going to be I volunteered. I signed the contracts to become a journalist for them, but I'm going to do it differently. I'm not going to do the whole gotcha. My whole shtick is to go there like this and talk to people. And I've done this already. I go on how's you're doing, what's going on here, and all that stuff. And they think they love me. They think, oh, you're the great guy. You're so sweet, so that lovable. We want to do more with you, talk about you, and all that stuff. And then I basically say, okay, guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye. And I do this, and I walk out. And they go, what? Yeah, because we're not evil. This is not when does this mean evil? Make America great again, especially now when it comes to what the shit show we're dealing with. What is wrong with what is so racist or evil about this message? Nothing. Even more so now, we're doing this, aren't we?
It's become devolved into a blame who there's. It's association by guilt or guilt by association.
And I'll take that association.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's ridiculous though, because that's not what we were founded on, and it's not the principles that are going to lead to any more freedoms for anyone, whether you're on the right or the left.
But here's how. Look at this. I bought this thing, this GoPro, just specifically to do this shit. I spent a lot of money on this shit. It's right here. This thing.
Yeah,
it's ready to go to record. I want to not just. It's not guerrilla journalism. It's basically, hey, I talked to them. Would you like to do an interview? Because again, the first thing that the OK Media Group did was they're doing this whole idea of like they're exposing the fact that there's people out there who they're claiming have sent money to the Democratic Party, which they have not, in the realm of about tens of thousands of dollars, and they're trying to expose this. So what I'm going to do slightly differently is basically say, hey, could you mind me interviewing you? There's a discrepancy here. Is it really true? If it's not, let's videotape it and let's have an interview. So I'm doing it in a more a non-partisan way, in a way. So it's to go in there and help it done. Because again, we have to basically call out the shit where it is. Because again, right now there is only one story, there's only one side, and we have to break the narrative. That's what I'm doing. But again, I don't want to take too much of your time. I really appreciate this stream because again, episode 3 here. If you're Trump, what is it? Destiny and TimCast. Let's do this. And AI with Mr. Haynes. Okay, great. Wait, let's talk about that.
Yes,
I'm right. Because again, I again, this is just so you know, I have a Substack, and I have released my first article on the dangers of AI, and I can talk about that if you want to. Just ask me a question.
Yeah,
we'll get to that point. But I'm just saying here. Yeah. I'm glad to be here. Sorry I'm late, but I had to deal with, again, boys being boys in a way. Again, that's the whole thing. If people drink too much, that's fine. Drive them home. And again, their wife's going and see them. Because I did that on St. Patrick's Day. The video's out there. Going to the Emifer Cocktail Lounge. I made an appearance out at a bar. I met somebody I haven't seen in 10 years. She showed up in Orlando and we started making out, and we did it on stream because that's what we do. Because again, I am the man, the love doctor. The love doctor makes love to women all the time.
Dude,
did you see the video?
This is another reason I need to be in Florida because
dude,
Jesus Christ.
He does need
dude. This guy, there's another guy here. His name is Jose. He's the Dominican guy I was telling you about, the guy that wants to own a food truck, and he showed me his amazing recipes, and I told him already. Here's what we're gonna do. It was Geeks and Gamers. Think about it. If we had a food truck outside of a guy I knew that said Dominican food,
oh yeah.
We'd all buy from the guy. He'd make millions of dollars. Because again, that's what we do. The Ripa and Ricada had mentioned this. The importance of a underground economy is important. especially now more with who knows, the dollar may go away. They want to do digital, which I'm not going to do. But how are you going to work in the environment? No, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to talk to the people I know. I'm going to buy and trust. I would buy anything from Flagrant Triggers. I would rather buy my whole apparel from Flagrant Triggers as opposed to buying anything from anywhere else, because I know that the company that you back is yours. Same thing goes with No Green Rocks. If I want to go to any type of memes and all that stuff, I'm going to go online, go to you, because you've done it. You've done the work. I know who you are, and I trust who you are. That's the whole idea. We want to go to people we trust.
I think Ruben is trying to get another video out of me of the Let's Go Ruben video.
Well, I'm fired up a bit. Because again, here's the thing. Unfortunately, Thursday, or actually Friday morning, Thursday night, I had a horrible seizure. Horrible. I haven't had one since a year ago. But I still went out. So I had a lot to get done. I moved some stuff, and I'm still moving into the place I am at now. But again, life is so precious. Each day is so precious. What are you going to do with it? Are you going to make a difference, or are you just going to sit back and do nothing? In this time to stand up, make a difference, especially now. Just saying.
All right. We do have a question on AI, Mr. Ruben. This is the same question that Willie asked last week when we were talking about it. And then I happened to see that you did a whole hour and a half ish, maybe 2 hours stream on just AI and where it's headed. So do you think 75% of content by 2027 will be AI generated?
No, 100. But again, it's going to happen further. Here's what's happening right now. It's all AI content now. The dead internet theory is correct. The internet is dead. It's not necessarily. I use Google sometimes, or Siri sometimes. I don't use Alexa. I use Siri sometimes, and Siri has gone R word. I will say the hard R word. Really, giving me the dumbest answers.
Retarded?
Yes, I'll say that. I don't know if it's appropriate on YouTube, but again, I do it in Rumble. And once the word, but
if you're monetized,
I use the word. We're not monetized,
dude. Yeah, I don't care.
Retarded. It's fucking retarded.
Probably gonna call you a fag or something, and yeah.
Well, I say that all the time too. I've been saying that. I said that last night on the MF cocktail lunch. I said fag, and I said faggot, and I said retard, and I said all that. I said all the gamer words. Even the N word, I said it on, and I had to stop. Anyway, but the point being here is no, but it's happening now. 100% of the content right now is retarded. It's AI, because again, what they're doing right now, AI, they're using it the wrong way. They're using it to basically, it's like, how do I go get some food? Use Uber. I go, it's okay. Not how to cook. You're teaching you the dumb way of doing shit. Basically, I have an article out on Substack, and I should share the link, because what AI is doing right now, especially with art, it is showing you, and you see how it's kind of messed up, fucked up in a way. They're teaching your brain to understand what fucked up is. And there's this term called the uncanny valley, and we're creeping into that. When you look at something, it looks wrong. We're losing that ability. Where if we lose that ability, then we won't recognize danger, and then we'll be susceptible to attack. So that's my opinion. So no. The truth is, it's happening now where it's almost going to be 100%, and I completely believe the death internet theory, the fact that the internet content out there is all made up, it's fake, it's basically perpetuating for you to do clicks. All they want you to do right now, I'm serious. Where is it? Where's my prop? Where's my prop? My most famous prop of all time is right here.
This game frozen for anybody else? Yeah.
What's going on? Can you hear me?
Your camera froze.
Well, fuck that. What the hell?
Listen, gents, I gotta head out. I've been told by many people I need to relax and have some downtime. So tonight I am going to relax and have some downtime. Ruben has been one of those people, so he knows what I'm talking about.
It's so weird.
But thank you guys for having me on, and hopefully I'll see you around. Cam, you know where to reach me. We always talk. And Ruben, you know where to contact me, man.
Oh, I do.
All right, gents, you have a wonderful time, and hopefully I'll see you again soon.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Bye. Okay, let me get out and come back in. Let's see what happens. Okay, I'll be right back. No problem. I'll be right back.
Well, as far as content, I mean, you can So I watch a lot of anime, and you can see already how China's just pumping out ridiculous shit amounts of AI generated anime. They're all like 10 or 12-minute episodes, and the storyline sucks, but they're just churning out as much shit as they can to try to put the pressure on other studios. Because eventually what they'll do is they'll get a decent storyline, and people will start watching it because they'll be able to pump it out so fast. And they won't care about the studios in Japan where it takes them months and months to make 12 episodes. And I think that's the play they're trying to make with that. So.
Oh, he's back. There it goes. Yay. Yeah,
okay.
It works.
This is the prop. This is the god they want you to serve. A Federal Reserve note.
Those are going away.
This is not real. It's fake. It's always been fake. No, I'm not gonna do their fucking bullshit. No, I'm doing it. I rather starve than do their shit. I'm not doing no fucking digital thing. I have a
parallel economy. Is absolutely
I have a secondary phone which I'm building. I'm still figuring it out because it's experimental. It's a Linux phone. It's experimental. It doesn't have apps. It doesn't order your Uber, whatever. I don't care. I rather just go old school because again, I'm not going to submit to their bullshit. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to be the first person to say fuck you. But again, I've had fun today. So, well, how are you all doing? No, literally, I went out smoking. We were smoking and having fun. We're just having a good time. Shit. I don't care.
Yeah, it's been going. Finally got everything caught up on some production side stuff. So
exactly. How is production going for you? Because I want to talk to you too, also about your stuff. Because again, I talked to so many people today, and life, women, men, mainly women, of course. Because I want women. No, one guy there, Jose. He's brand new. He speaks Spanish only. He's a Dominican Republic guy. He basically says, "Hey, I know this girl. You want to?" And he showed me her picture. I went, "My God, she's like a fucking model." And I said, "Yeah, I'll talk to her." And he gives you the phone and talk to her. And he says, "How are you doing?" She only speaks Spanish. Hola, señorita. ¿Cómo estás? I tried really hard, but she looked like a fucking model. I swear. Ugh.
Well, it's because you said earlier, like a lot of the women in those areas are trying to get to America, and it's true because my friend, he was dating a chick. Her family lives in the DR, and when he would, like her sister and all her friends, that's all they talked about. Find somebody for us to come up there, and we want to live up there. We want to come there.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And as far as because they're still very traditional in those areas, and I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that they don't have the commodities and the conveniences that we do. Like they've got technology. They're not primitive. Well, there are some places in Brazil that are still pretty self-reliant, but they've got internet, they've got vehicles and stuff like that. But their focus is on, they're still more family focused and family oriented, and they do stuff together as a community instead of just go to your room, have your complete own life in your bed watching phone.
I can't deal with that. I've seen people have Second Life or have, live online, all that stuff. It's like, live in the real world. It's time to live in the real world, especially now.
I mean, for some people, Second Life would be an upgrade. Like there are people who are perpetually on Twitter.
Yeah, but that's the thing. They're living within the bubble, not living within the reality.
No, I'm just saying it's just like
I know.
I feel like it just gets much worse than for some people, because
it does.
Like you're not even building a character on a video game. You're just doom scrolling and angry reply guying to just whatever makes you mad. Like they've fallen into the trap of what social media is and how it's been designed to just kind of suck you in, and
that's because they don't
keep you there.
It's like I've said since episode 1, people just don't have any fulfillment anymore. They don't actually challenge themselves to do things.
Well, they're not being told there's hope. They're being told there's despair. That's the point. When you turn TV on, it's basically telling you you're hopeless. Everything's bad until you submit to our changes. And I said no. I said no. I am now on the healing path. I had a very bad day Thursday through Friday. It was extremely excruciatingly painful. It feels like you're dying. If you feel your life like leaving you, that's what I felt like. It's a very horrific feeling. And I had to call my brother. And again, I thank God he was there, because I talked to him while I was feeling this pain. And it was like, I was basically telling him all my secrets. Here's my account. Here's this, do this. I was really telling him my last will and testament. It was that bad of a pain. I had that only one time before, March 25th of 2021. And this happened again. It was bad. And literally I'm sitting there and suddenly my heart goes from like 70 to 140 and I can't stop it. And it hurts. My body's hurting and shaking. It's horrifically bad. Call the ambulance. Yeah, I'm going to go there and tell me, are you vaccinated? Well, you need a vaccination. Fuck you guys. Fuck you. I'm not doing that shit.
In Florida?
Well, they still, again, dude, 2033, I went to 2 doctor's visits. They wanted tests. I wanted to get a handicap sticker. They wanted me to take 2 tests. Each test is $5,000. I paid for them, and they want me to do more because they were inconclusive, both of them. So they want to do more, and they wanted me to spend more. I said, fuck off. I spent $10,000 that I didn't have, that I needed for life, on tests to prove I'm sick already, just so I can get a fucking handicap sticker. I said, fuck you. I'm going to find something that gives me that if I need it, and maybe I don't need it anymore. Maybe this is a reason why I'm going to work out and get things done. I have dropped from 600. Today I'm 460. I'm going to continue to drop. I want to get down to look like Beardo, or anybody, even Ryan, just look like the real buff up, because I can do this. Because my core is right here. You can't see it, but it's right here. It's really close. All this that you see underneath is a big fucking it's a large tumor. It really is. It's benign. The doctors want me to take it out, and I said no. I'm not taking it out. I'm going to use this fat fuel to fuel my rest of my body. I'm going to become the real man, doing it the own way, slowly but surely. I'm going to get it done. But anyway, any questions you all have out there, I'm here to answer all of them. You can ask me anything. I'm here to answer everything, because I love answering questions too. Because again, these Crash Mondo and Flagrant Cam, amazing gentlemen. I've known them, and I respect you guys, and I'm here to help out as many as I can. So let's continue. Let's have some fun.
Yeah. Well, that's what Ethan Suplee did. Because I think his biggest, he was 560 or something like that. Yeah. And then now he's down to 250.
And buff and all that shit.
Yeah. I can. A lot of people might think so. For anybody watching, whenever you hear Rueben slurring like that, it is not because he's drunk.
No, it's my myasthenia.
Yeah. That is because my buddy Roger has it.
Yeah, my myasthenia gravis. It really causes again, I'm hurting right now. I am hurting right now, but again, being here is important because my mind is sharp, but my body's a little slow.
Yeah, because MG's it's just complete muscle loss, muscle control loss.
Oh yeah, and again, are there important muscles?
There are a couple. Yeah, there are a couple.
Here's the thing. This is a true story. You look up myasthenia gravis. The famous, I know 2 famous people. There's a lot of famous people. The most famous, there's 2 famous people. Jackie Kennedy's second husband, Anastasio Onassis, he had myasthenia gravis, so he got sick and died. Also, Christopher Robin, look it up. His son had myasthenia gravis, and he died from it too. There are people that look like fucking models who get this disease that I have, and they die within a year. and I've had this since 2015. I'm surviving because I'm a fighter. I'm not going to give up. If I were to die now, I'm going to die on my standing up on my not kneeling, not bending over this thing. I'm not going to kneel to this thing. I'm going to fight it till the end because I know what I want. I want to have a life. I still want to have kids, or I want to have a child for the first time at 55. I'm going to make it happen because I believe in myself. I believe in the future.
My buddy, he actually went to that show that I went to see of Chrissy's.
Oh yeah.
And I asked him what he did after that, and he's like, "Yeah, I almost died." I'm like, "Holy shit!" I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, I was in the hospital for like the next weekend. I was in the hospital for about 2 weeks." I'm like,
Yeah.
"What the hell happened?" And he had an episode, and he was laying there, and he was trying to drink water, and he ended up almost drowning and suffocating on his own saliva.
Exactly.
Because he said it got to the point to where he couldn't swallow. So everything was just, the saliva glands were still working, still making saliva, still building up, and all it did, it was just slowly trickling
That
down.
is the worst feeling. I had that feeling. It's just the scariest thing ever. It happened to me. It was June 22nd, 2016. I'm having breakfast, and I put my food in my mouth, and suddenly I can't control it. It's stuck, and it's about to go down. I'm about to choke on my food, and I can't even do anything. I literally have to open my mouth up and reach in to grab the food because I can't move it. My tongue's not working, my mouth's not working, and it's in there about to go down and choke me. It is that scary. Literally, you can't have no ability to do anything. It's freaking frightening. But again, I know that feeling. It's fucking scary.
Yeah. I don't have it that bad, but I don't have any control over my stomach muscles. Nowhere near what I used to.
Again, it happened to me yesterday. I mean, Thursday morning, Thursday night, Friday morning, where I'm literally in pain and the stomach's doing something weird. It's moving around. I can feel it, and I can't control it. And just all I do is feel ultimate. It's just pain, crushing pain. My skull is crushing, and I can feel it. And I move my arm to try and alleviate the pain, and it pops. All the joints pop open, like it's being crushed from inside. I'll admit, a part of it is the stress of the world, the fact that we are now so far gone to the dark side. Where, and again, they find and arrested a guy for memeing Hillary Clinton. That is insane.
Yeah.
That's insane. Yep. And they're saying, well, she memed out to text this number for voting.
And
you know how many cases they found of people?
I've done that. Yeah, I know plenty.
What? No, have you you know how many people actually called that number and fell victim to his meme?
None.
Literally none.
I know.
And then, but a Democratic voter
judge
does something very, very similar. Takes out, hey, text voting works. Do that instead of going to the polls.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah,
I mean, look, it's plain.
That's why I have this. That's why I told James O'Keefe I have this. And I'm a volunteer. I'm volunteering to do this. I'm going to go into the fold, get it done, videotape it. I'm done with this shit. No, journalism is dead in America completely. And I watch it sometimes. If I turn it on right now, I'll get a migraine. I'll probably get an aneurysm if I turn it on. It's dead. Journalism is dead.
Well, it's not dead. You just have to know where to find it, which is ridiculous because
I'll amend it. Mainstream media news is dead. ABC, CBS, NBC, they're all dead. They're gone.
Well,
MSNBC is like, oh my God.
It's sad that you have to go to the links you do to find it now, like Substack and go into Rumble for independent, or the few independent commentators that are still on YouTube. But like that video of Trump, that should be everywhere because it's got over 2 million views already, and it was put out yesterday.
Right.
And had I not been watching Jimmy Dore, I would have never known about this.
Yeah, I did. Again, Benny Johnson is the one that linked it to me. I subscribed to him. But on my True Social, I put out a Rumble exclusive, and I basically gave this reason why I'm supporting Donald Trump and why it's more important now than ever. And it was a Rumble exclusive, not on YouTube, because YouTube would ban it completely. That's which is kind of sad. That again, YouTube is a dead platform too. I've been on there, but I'm now going to partner with Rumble, and I suggest that we all do that because again, we have to show YouTube that they don't it's again, they think they're the big boy and they mean anything. They don't. Christy, yourself, Crash, me, I'm going to be YouTube agnostic gone, more Rumble. So if I paid the money to become a partner, not that much, $25. But the point being here is Steven Crowder has gone over there. I think Russell Brand will move over there too. Who knows? Even Joe Rogan may do that. Who knows?
Russell's been over there.
I know, but the whole idea that more exclusively being over there to give specials.
No, he's got an exclusive contract.
Well,
with
there
him.
you go. There you go. Then he's already the head of the curve.
Yeah,
but
he just puts clips and stuff on YouTube.
There you go. That's how it
is.
He just did a comedy special that was Rumble exclusive.
But I remember
it was
funny. Yeah. I remember back in 2007, he was basically in the tank for Barack Obama. You saw videos of him because he believed it, and I can empathize with somebody who was first for Obama because again he gave a good message. Here's the thing, it's public knowledge because he mentioned it. Comics Division voted for Obama because he gave a good message. I didn't because I knew he was wrong.
Oh yeah, the propaganda was super real with Obama.
But again, I lived in Illinois at the time. And Jerry Ryan, who's in Star Trek, her husband was going to run for Senate. Then a sex scandal came up. She mentioned the fact that he loves sex clubs. Again, I love sex. I would do sex clubs too. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I would love to be in a sex club. No, dude. I love sex. I'm not gonna say I don't love. Again, sex is not putting your dick in a pussy. Your sex is different, real, and that he withdrew, and miraculously, a community organizer comes in and charms everybody because he spoke at the convention in 2004, and then of course, I have a prediction. All this trans crap is to promote the fact that Mike Obama comes out.
Oh my!
I'm serious. I guarantee you. Hey, I'm a man now.
The first lady boy.
Vote for me.
Well, and
Mike Obama coming out. It's gonna happen. I guarantee you, it's gonna happen, and then the whole Kool-Aid drinking motherfuckers are gonna fall for it.
Nah.
I say no. We're done. This guy is gonna run for president.
Considering it's been all males who have won all these women's awards, to me this feels like an admission.
Exactly. Come on, Mike. Come out, Mike. Come on. Come out.
I mean, have you heard that people have been searching for pictures of her pregnant with their kids and nobody's been able to find anything? It's
well, it's probably on Rumble somewhere, but someone's done a deep dive and showed the pictures of Mike from when Obama was in college.
Wait, really?
Yeah, there was a guy named Mike.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and for the audience here, for the audience, Obama, in my opinion, I'll say it here, is not an American for one reason. He was born in Hawaii. Let's assume that that's true. Whatever. He never stepped on continental U.S. until he went to college. He spent his entire life outside the U.S. up until he was a kid, 18, whatever, 22 or whatever he was. So how can somebody run for president if they didn't have the American experience? In my opinion, his presidency was most detrimental to it. Before that, again, we voted for a black president. He's there. And now we're a racist country? No, we're not. Completely, we're not.
No.
God,
No,
I'm excited.
I mean,
I'm so excited about doing videos now because I got this camera here and I'm doing it. You don't even know. Okay, go ahead.
We're so racist that the #1 TV shows in the 90s were the Cosby
Yeah,
Show,
exactly. Yeah, we're
the
so
Fresh
racist.
Prince.
Mhm.
We've got a black president because out of racism.
Yeah, exactly.
The what is it? Affirmative action because of racism. Yeah, whatever, man. I keep
I know.
saying like I want the 90s community stuff and social interactions, but with today's technology because it is important that we
I want
have
90s
that.
women without. I want 90s women back. Real women.
What?
Shit.
Come on,
What?
man. You don't want to be
Come on,
hitting on a
come on,
girl,
man.
making out with her, then grabbing a handle?
Oh God. No, dude. I told this guy Jose, the one I talked to, who's a Dominican, and he plays baseball, of course, but it's Dominican Republic. I said, "Yo quiero un hermosa." I said it in Spanish. I said, "Una hermosa mujer que quiere casar conmigo." And I said, I want someone who's very special, very beautiful female who wants to marry with me. And I basically said to him, I said, I want somebody who believes in having kids and a family, who's going to be the CEO of my house. You know, a real woman. And again, these idiots, because again, I'm putting it in my bio. I put there trad wife, looking for a trad wife. And yeah, I want that shit. And yeah, let it happen. I want to be happy. I'm just done. I want to work and be happy.
On the dating apps, what's weird is like I'm definitely more drawn to traditional value stuff, but I'm laid back. I'm very go with the flow. I'm very open because like I don't judge people unless they're just shitheads. And I always end up attracting these blue, pink haired, purple haired communist abort me please crazy people.
Cam,
and I'm like,
North Carolina, really?
Yes. Well, I live like 30 minutes from Appalachian State.
Now, do you like
yeah.
do you like girls who are base that wear that, like the ones that are tattooed up and very like base? Do you like those girls or no? What's your style?
Let's see. So I
already know
like
what your
pretty
style
women.
is. I want you to tell me in big in public. I already know what you like.
What I want is a decent looking girl. She doesn't have to be a fucking supermodel. Like decent looking girl.
What about
a moral person?
What about an OnlyFans girl?
That
don't lie.
That would depend.
Because you already told me about somebody.
That would really depend. Like, what level of OnlyFans are we talking? Is she getting railed by a different dude every night?
Soft porn, as we know the girl. We know that we're talking about. If you, I don't want to say anything.
I know who you're insinuating, and I don't know why the hell that rumor is still out there.
You mentioned it, dude. You said
no.
You said you were interested.
No.
We talked about it.
I said I thought she was attractive, but I'm also very aware that is a near damn impossibility.
Why is it a possibility?
The distance. I mean, it's not even the fact that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I got you. I get you. I'm not gonna bust your balls about that. I'm just saying. But I'm saying the fact that the point being here is, if you have a type of girl you like, then go for it. That's all I'm saying. If she shoots you down or you find out that she's not into it, then you move on. Wait, what's it? He wants Leanne. Oh God, dude, I didn't say anything. Did I say anything?
No.
Everybody knows.
People in the fellowship who watch Chrissy and them and have seen her.
Okay. Let's let it out. Let's the cat out of the bag. You mentioned it already.
No,
but again, I get it. For me, again, personally, I just think between us dudes, no, because again, she's focused on one thing, and let her do her thing. You need to focus on one thing: yourself. You're a businessman. Know that. You're a businessman. You do good shit. Again, every Friday night or every stream that any of your merchandise gets out there, it's mentioned. Chrissy, X-Ray Girl, FNT, it's out there. So you're a businessman, and a businessman needs a businesswoman and someone who's going to recognize the fact that you're not on the sidelines. You're doing shit. And that's the thing.
Yeah, that's one of the things I actually do have in my dating profiles. It's like, hey, I'm trying to build this because I mean I had to rebuild my life.
Don't say that. Don't say
fucking
you
nothing.
trying doing. You're doing it. You
Well,
are
yeah.
doing the
It's
work.
like
I
I've got
know.
this
I know.
thing
I'm just
going.
saying.
I'm building something for the future for myself and my kids.
Exactly. And again, that's your story, and you have to live your story. You make decisions in your life. You messed up. Again, you have to cope. How'd you say? How'd you say it? You have to admit your errors and know that you're doing the work. Because women, if you're honest and out there and saying, "Shit, I fucked up, but now I'm changing because I love my kids. I'm doing this for them." That women
well, no,
will
it's not even
that shit
that.
up. No, but I'm saying, just saying in that regard. If you tell somebody, I fucked up in my life. I'm now doing this. I have a mission. I'm doing this for myself and my children, for my family. And women will go, oh my God, who is this guy? I want to know more about him. Am I wrong or am I wrong? Am I wrong or wrong?
Well, the only thing you're wrong about is I didn't fuck up because
I know
before I
you
had
did.
the
I know you did.
surgery, like I was I
or
just finished nuke med. I was a supervisor at a major manufacturing plant. I was going to have them send me to school to get I was going to get my bachelor's in business. And then I had the surgery. If I did fuck up, the fuck up was thinking that I should trust these doctors and not get a second opinion on
exactly.
my surgery.
Same thing with me.
That was the fuck up.
That's what you say. Again, you basically, I'm just telling you inside baseball. It's nothing bad. It's basically saying if you admit, I trust the doctors, they were wrong. Now I'm doing it my own way. I'm being my own man. Women attract to that. I was working a corporate, again, I'm talking to myself. I trusted the doctors. I went on medication back in 2015. It was wrong. I got off of it, went to cannabis. I'm only doing cannabis now. But again, even that I'm trying to stop because in Florida, you cannot have your medical card and you can't get a weapon. And now I'm getting into a weapon because I stopped doing that. And again, I'm better now. I feel good. I had a problem Thursday, but not. But the point being here is, yes, if you are vulnerable to a woman, and again, you're not making shit up. You're telling her the truth. I fucked up here, and this is what the lesson I learned. Because again, women will acknowledge the fact that you say, "Hey, I got sick. This is out of my control." But again, I listened to the doctors first. But again, you know what? I went my own path, and I went my own path, and I want to do this my own path with you. That's what you do. You sell the fact that what you're doing is important. Because again, it happened like on Friday. Exit girl, go to Flagrant Triggers, get the shirts are out there. Chrissy Mayer says it all the time. And the fact that you had the balls to go up to her and ask her, and then you did it, and you're now part of that team is important because you took the risk. And most men now are not doing what you're doing. And that's why I commend you for what you're doing.
I don't know. Because I think my biggest problem is I'm too honest. Like I open up and I put all the shit out there because it's like, hey, I just want to get everything out of the fucking way.
Be honest.
Way, if they're still there,
continue to be honest.
It doesn't work though.
What do you mean? Okay.
Well, define work.
Do you mean it doesn't work by you getting the girl? Then the girl wasn't for you, dude. If a girl walks away after being honest, because think about it. Here's the logic you just said. So being dishonest, you get the girl, then you reveal the truth and you lose her. No, be honest. I'm just saying. I'm just big. But what you just said, you said being honest gets you nothing.
No, I don't think it's being. Like I'm going to do the honest thing. I think I'm opening that spout a little bit too much, too fast. Because I don't know, but that's always been me. Like I'd rather just have people like me for who I am, and if they don't, then fuck them.
I again, too fast is again. It's a way of
women
being,
do not like that. They don't. If you're too open too fast.
I know, but here's what you do. Here again, this is my opinion. Only my opinion. You tell them. Again, I give history. I tell them. I got married to the first woman that I met that I loved with because I never dated. My first date My first date, I was 27 years old. I was a late bloomer. And that was September 7th. It was Labor Day. I went out with her. And the next week I took her to a concert. And that was the night I first had sex ever. September 19th, 1985. I'm being honest here. I'm being honest.
I'm not laughing at you.
I was 27 years old. 27. I didn't know what I was doing. Didn't nothing like that. But the idea here is that she understood that because she said, "My God, you weren't lying. You don't know anything." I don't know, but she taught me, and she was older than me. She was 18 years older than I was. I married her. I mean, no one in her family hated me, and my family hated her. So we lived in our old bubble for a while until she passed away. And I wasn't a perfect husband. And I admit that I wandered, and again, because I enjoy sex and I enjoy sex very, very much. And I wore her out.
Okay. I'm going to tell you guys a story and you're going to laugh your dick off at me.
Go ahead.
The first time I had sex, I cried after, and not out of a loving emotion or an overwhelming emotion or anything like that. It was from fear, because I knew this girl was a fucking whore.
Oh God! No,
I thought, oh my God!
That's okay.
I fucked her without a condom. I'm gonna get herpes.
No, dude. When I first kissed her, literally, she was basically like I'm in her car because she had the car. I didn't. It was that fucked up. And she's dropping off at my place, and then she basically I reached to kiss her to say goodnight, and we start kissing, and she goes. And the first time I kissed her, she basically said, "Oh God, you weren't lying. You don't know how to kiss. Here's how you do it." And she was teaching me to kiss in the car. It was so funny. But again, think about it. If your first time you kiss somebody and they knew what they're doing, and they're teaching you do this, and she's teaching me, and she says, "Let's go up to your bedroom." And I go, "Okay, fine." I didn't have a bed. I had a couch. So I fucked her on the floor for my first experience. And again, I had sex with her. Here's the thing. Here's where this is the honest truth. On the floor, on a couch, in her car, in a park, in a pool, in a hot tub, in an elevator, in her office, in my office, in the car again. But in the car, we did it where, God, I'm serious here. We did it where we took off all our clothes, got in the car, drove out to a park, and did it there. That's what we did. We were adventurous. I love sex in that regard. And then the last thing we did was the bed. We didn't have sex in the bed until the final thing. It was so funny. But again, that's the whole point. The whole point is I was 29. I wanted to try things. I was telling her, and she was adventurous. But then it got to, and again, I can admit it got kind of out of place when I wanted to do more. I was telling her, again, I'm being honest here. We're online here, and I mean the truth. To do more in public, do more adventurous stuff, to do more risque stuff. Where we did it in a church once. For my friend got married, and back in, oh my God, again, I just wanted to experience that because it was just so erotic to me. It's not about the penetration; it's about the act itself. It's love making. It's different than sex.
Oh yeah,
and I can admit that.
That's not what my shit was about at all. So, all right, so
I'm a weird. Remember that.
Well, no. Like, I get there is absolutely a difference between fucking and having sex.
Oh yeah,
there's a huge difference. Now, you said you were 27 when you had your first experience.
Yes, September 18th, 2019.
No shit. No, not lying to you. I wish I had been raised with that kind of patience and understanding of what was going on, because I was nowhere near that age when the first time I did. And like, dude, I had to call my friends after, crying to them, and they're like, "What's wrong, man?" I'm like, you know. I couldn't even fucking catch my breath. I'm like, I had sex. They're like, why the fuck are you crying, dude? Did she cut your dick off or something?
Wait, did you come too early or what?
No, I was crying because I thought she gave me herpes because she was the school whore.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay, I get that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was.
Did you wait?
No.
Did you get herpes?
No.
Okay,
No.
then
See,
don't worry about it.
dude. I mean,
Don't
and man,
worry
like
about it.
I seriously doubt anyone's had that kind of fear-inducing panic experience before. But I was
have.
super young and I was
Cool.
naive and I didn't know shit. But I
I've
was
had okay. Have you had sex with a woman you don't know her name?
Yeah.
Okay. How many times? I mean, how many different women have you done that to?
Oh yeah, define don't know her name. Like absolutely just
Don't know who
her
she
name.
is. Just fuck her, and then that's it. It's done.
Like,
don't know her name.
Okay, we got to set a line here. Does first name count?
No name. Don't know her name at all.
No, I've never. Oh wait. Yeah, there's probably there's. Well,
How
no.
many?
There's been one. Like one that I absolutely did not know her name, knew nothing about her, didn't know jack shit. One time.
Oh shit.
And that was with this older chick, and that's just what she did.
Okay, so this one I've done 8, and couples. I've done not couples, 2 women at the same time. I don't even know their name.
Nah, you're like I see. This is what I don't get about dudes these days. Like I've talked to so many of these girls on the apps, and they're like, they send me dick pics and say, "Hey, you want to fuck?" within the first 2 messages, and I'm like,
they send you dick pics?
No, they're talking about the dudes they talk to.
Okay.
Yeah, the dudes they talk to send them dick pics.
Like what? You said like what the hell?
I got news for you, Cam.
No. I mean, I had this one chick send me a dick pic though, and I rolled with it. You know, it's what?
Why would she send you a dick?
Oh man, that one just went like that, didn't it? No, like I don't know if any guys are gonna see this part or listen to this, but stop sending that shit. And like, I guarantee you are more likely to get laid by acting like you're not interested in sex.
That's true.
Guarantee you.
That is very true, because it happens. Because again, I have this girl who wants to hook up, and I basically I just set her aside. I don't care. You know, I put them aside, and they're sending me. They send me naked pictures of themselves. I'm just like, ignore them. I don't care. They want me to say shit, and I say, nah, I don't know what to say.
This was pretty recent.
I know it happened to me too.
Well, this chick, she's like, we'd been talking for a couple weeks, and she's like, "Hey, I want to hang out." I'm like, "Okay, cool." It was like it was like Sunday. There's not shit to do. I'm like, "Well, if you want, you can come over. You can eat with us, and you know, we'll hang out, and then you can go home." Huh?
You're gonna eat her?
Well, no. I cook.
Come and eat.
So I cook dinner. She hangs out, and she's like, "Hey, you want to make out?" I'm like, "Yeah, hell yeah," because you know who doesn't like doing that shit. And she literally said, "I'm not like." She told me before. She's like, "We're not doing anything." I'm like, "Yeah, okay, I'm cool with that." And we start making out. She's like, "I'm not having sex with you." I'm like, "Good. That's good," because every girl I've had sex with, like really soon, it always turns out to be a shit show.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, oh, finally a chick who actually wants to find something besides just fucking and can look into what people are instead of what you can get. And what does she do next? Panties are in the floor, and we're going to the bedroom.
But of course, you got to be a gentleman in that. Look like this, like literally.
Cam.
I get this shit. This girl.
She was trying to
sending me all this
herself,
shit. You know, I tell her I'm too busy right now. I can't do anything right now. You can freeze that, whatever. It's as I'm saying here. And this girl sends me her pics and says, "You want to? Let's hook up together."
Okay.
Come on.
Yeah. Just make sure it's
I know.
PG.
I'm not paying shit. It's like, you know.
No, make sure the pictures are PG.
Dude, we're still using-
ARPG. I just said that's
Okay.
what I said. That's a PG picture. That's PG. Is that PG? It's PG.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine.
I'll send the new ones later. No, I'm just saying. Dude, I had this married woman throw herself at me last week. I was like, "Get away from me, you idiot! You're married." She goes, "What's one of that?" I'm going, "Yeah, you have a husband, you moron."
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
shit, it's really bad.
My
I fucking spilled my drink here. Shit.
Uh-oh.
That's fine. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's fucking drinking, you know, whatever. So it's just tea, whatever.
As long as you didn't spill it on the keyboard.
Yeah.
No. I have a nice keyboard too. I had this design especially for myself. Right here. Yeah. It's got cherry switches. Cherry.
I think that's what I got in mine.
You got cherry? Cherry brown?
I think so. I have to look it up.
Come
There's
on,
a
cherry brown,
or...
baby. Cherry brown are the best switches, in my opinion. Ooh, cherry.
It's one of the hybrid keys because it's got
cherry.
It's mechanical switch, but
I know, but it's got the whole like listen.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah, I gotta have some pushback a little bit.
Yeah. Again, keyboards nowadays. Again, this is custom built. I'm not custom built. I've had it custom designed, so it's a nice little keyboard. And I got another keyboard I built because again, I support the computer I'm on right now is Linux, and I had this computer. It's American made, not Chinese, not Japanese. It's a 100% American made computer. It's cost more. But that's what I do. I try and support American companies. I have purchased 3 computers that are specifically designed by American manufacturers. Because again, USA is number 1, and China can go fuck off. I'm just done with them crap.
Well, they usually get their parts from China, though.
I know. That's the whole point.
Yeah,
the economy's set up to have the slave labor from China.
Just build your own. It's way cheaper.
Exactly, I do that.
It's way cheaper. Like don't. If anybody's wanting a new computer, ask a friend, look up some shit online. You can learn how to build a computer very easily. Stop paying $1,000 extra to these companies.
Well, you're actually going to pay a little more if you buy American, but the point is you're supporting a company. I support 2 companies, major companies that run the Linux scheme. System 76, look them up, and also Purism. Purism is more security based. System 76 is more gaming based. I have a laptop specifically that's a desktop replacement. It got it last Hardshot 21. It has a 2080 Ti, 64 gigs of RAM, 4 terabyte hard drive. It runs. It's a desktop replacement. It's a beast. It's a huge computer, and I run that. It's going to be my AI tool, like you mentioned AI here, because again, AI is being utilized incorrectly. It should be utilized to help us with our lives, appointments, calendar appointments, things we need to do. People are using it for art, and that fucks up with your mind. You won't know what a real woman is. They want you in front of a computer with goggles on, just watching shit. And I say no. This here, my friends, is my last iPhone. It's an iPhone 14. I got it, but it's the last iPhone I have. I'm actually going to be porting over back to an iPhone 13, which I have down here. This one. I'm reconfiguring this one as a new one. And this leads me back to my Linux phone. So I'm decoupling from Microsoft and Apple to be pure with, just free and open source software. Because again, you see it already where you're putting your information out there. They want to know where you are, what you're doing, what you consume. Because right now it's free. It's not free. You are the commodity they're using. They're using your clicks to promote, to give you stuff. You see it where you type in something, you're looking it up, and then suddenly it pops up that they're trying to sell you some stuff. They want you to take your money, your wealth, not buy gold or silver for long term, but spend it and not have any. And that's what the system they want to do. And I refuse that system. We're not going digital. No, I'm not doing it. I want real wealth, and it's not a dollar. It's going to be in gold, silver, and precious metals. That's what I'm saying.
I need to actually go sniping again.
You do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I did that a few years ago, and then I stopped because I needed to get a wetsuit, and I couldn't find any, not reasonably priced. But yeah, I think I'm going to start doing that again because I mean it was fun, and in the summertime, since I can't regulate my body temperature that well anymore, so if it's really really hot outside, I can't. It wears me down super fast.
So what condition do you have?
Huh?
What's it officially called? What's your condition?
Let's see. I've got nerve damage to my vagus
Me,
nerve.
same.
I have a severe scar tissue, and chronic pancreatitis that's got straining on the end where they did the surgery, and then out of the head. I'm missing my spleen, so I had a splenectomy.
Jesus.
And I've got severe gastroparesis, and
Yeah.
daily it's nausea, bloating, discomfort, pain. It feels like I'm getting stabbed in the stomach. So fun times,
I
Good
know.
stuff.
I hear you, brother. I hear you, brother. That's the same thing with me. I got myasthenia gravis. Look it up. It's basically, my body's attacking my muscles. So, what important muscles do I have in your body? My heart's an important muscle. It hasn't really affected my heart that much, but it does sometimes. When it does,
At least it hasn't gotten your bladder yet.
well, yeah, it does get my bladder. I have to not right now, but again, it may happen again. It happened last night where I have to put pads on the bed because instantaneously I'll just start urinating without even knowing. It happens. And it happens very infrequently. When it does happen, I know, oh shit, something's going on. My body and my muscles are not communicating. So it just comes up naturally. And I went, shit, okay, I need to do something. So I prepare. I start to regulate. What am I drinking? When am I drinking? Go to the bathroom. If you don't feel like it, still go to the bathroom. And I do that. And I'm basically trying, again, until your body's back in sync, you need to do these things. And again, I empathize with you completely because I'm the same boat. It hurt. It sucks because again, your mind is in one realm and your body's in another, and it's just not conducive. You think that, hey, I can do anything right now I want to do except for this stupid thing with my body, and you just figure it out. It happens.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's been 5 years of trial and error. Like I know I can't push my body anywhere near like I used to, for sure.
Yeah, I know. I hear you again.
The good thing about it is though, there will be like every 2 or 3 months, it'll hurt really bad, and I'll stop eating and I'll lose a bunch of weight. So,
shit. Again, 2 days ago, I went out, had a breakfast, had steak and eggs, and I specifically said no sugar, no nothing. Then I had lunch and sushi with just like greens, no rice, and I still had a problem that night. I went, oh God, come on, please just get this thing done. And it literally, I felt I was dying. My heart went from 70, 140. It stayed there. I couldn't get it down. It was pounding. I could feel it hurting my chest. And I was just breathing in and out, trying to get as much oxygen in. And it was like bad. I called my brother. I literally told him, like, here's my password. If I didn't take this stuff and sell it. I was just literally at that moment. It was just really in pain. And it passed, and it was I'm now 36 hours from the event, and I'm feeling okay. And I actually had to still unpack my stuff, and I got it out. So I'm still pushing myself. So I have to. And there's a Geeks and Gamers meetup today, I think, and I'm not going to go. Last time I went to the meetup, I fell down bad. A bad time, really bad. It was so bad that Jeremy, Josiah, Ryan took me home and made sure I got home safe. It was that bad. It was really bad. They saw it happen in front of them. I collapsed completely in Orlando. So this time, no, I'm staying away. I'll be there again. But again, you have to, when you have a condition like we have good days, you have bad days. And some days we plan to do certain things, and then suddenly the reality comes in. We have to match it up, but you're still pushing forward. That's what you have to do.
Yeah, it's one of the things I've definitely learned to do is I absolutely will not eat At least not much if we're going out somewhere.
Yeah,
Like I think Crash, because me and Crash stayed at the same hotel,
Yeah.
and if we were going to do something, I didn't touch food. I don't think, except for that one time we had lunch.
Are you guys going to Vegas? No.
No.
Nah, I wish.
I wish I could, but yeah.
I'm trying to go. I want to go.
I'm getting orders. I got to see if Christy wants anything, but
well, which one do you plan to go to this year? Orlando again or no?
Anime Matsuri in Houston, Texas.
Okay. Yeah, because again, at least pick one. Because again, as you both know, these meetups are not just to dick around. Work gets done. And last one in Orlando, I don't know if you know this, but James, a Jinja Ninja, was there. And he came specifically from Japan for the meetup, but he was there specifically to talk to his writing team and his storyboard team to get his comic book done. And that's the idea. These meetups are not just to be there. It's to do work. And you get inspired.
That's one of the reasons I shelled out the money to be on the elite team with Tim Pool's Discord, because when he gets, because he's got the framework and everything, he's getting the inside done now, I think, on his little coffee shop place. And it's gonna be 3 levels, and on the top level it's gonna be like a little he calls it the private redneck club, because it's not like, $50,000 like some of this other crazy shit is, but it's specifically going to be for people who are trying to make an impact and to do some networking and stuff like that. Because that's the thing, you gotta, like, almost every bit of profit I've made has gone to some form of expansion or prototype. Like, one of the first things I did with profit was I made this jacket, which the jacket will come. I gotta wait for when Gary wants to pull the trigger on it.
Cool. Because I definitely want one.
Yeah, a lot of people want,
because again, that's important.
And actually, I went to Landau's show last weekend, and there were a couple of people there. They liked the shirts, and one person had on a Nerdrotic shirt, and she loved the jacket. So people definitely have a craving for it, for sure. It's just, I think I don't know if we want to do it anytime soon, though, because I think like the cold weather's already kind of passed. I don't know if people would.
I would put it in the fall.
Yeah,
fall would be a great time for it.
Yeah,
or leading up to fall. And again, I'm spitballing here. Maybe I'm wrong or not, but you do something in the late summer where it's a preview. You get a discount if you buy it, pre-order it, whatever. I'm just saying. I'm not saying anything official. This is not official. It's just an idea. That way, you get the orders in, because again, I know you have to order a certain amount to get the order that is the price you want. So, in order to secure that, what that number is in your head, or what the number is by the manufacturer, then you basically shoot that. So you do the analytics to know you need X amount to happen at this time. So then you basically say, okay, if it's 90 days before the account, they have to have this much money. Then you basically do a sale at this amount, take the hit, but then you get people who have the product, and then those that buy it after the fact pay the full price. I'm just saying, it's an idea.
Yeah, I mean, Gary's wife, she's
Melissa's amazing.
She's the one who, I talk to her every now and then, and she's the one that we'll get it set up. We just gotta.
Yeah.
I think now we have to wait for a better time, because I think they're waiting to make sure I could deliver on shit too.
Oh yeah.
Because dude, getting that machinery upgrade and the database is upgraded and the servers upgraded and everything switched over to full automation on the ordering side, it slowed shit down a lot.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know how bad it slowed me down until I got a message from a customer, and then I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Have you talked to, again, maybe I'm talking inappropriately or whatever, but have you talked to Jeremy at all, or any of the guys at Geeks and Gamers? Because they have a connection to 221 Tactical, B Tactical.
Yeah, 221B tactical or something like that.
The fact that who are their manufacturer? Who are they sourcing from? Can you get a contact? Again, it's just like, that's the whole idea. It's basically
that sounds a lot more like a private outfit.
I know it is. That's the whole idea. But the whole idea is basic connections to that. So what do they know? What can help you? Because again, I think they are well aware of that they have their own entity. Everyone knows about it. But again, having a time to talk to Suresh, who's the owner, because again, Geeks and Gamers, I met him through Gary and Ryan, and the fact talking to him, but setting up that appointment to talk to him. Hey, what are you doing? What can I do better? Because I'm trying to do this. It's not what you're doing, but it's the same thing. Because again, that's the whole idea. Like if someone out there who wants to stream, they want to know what mic do you use, what's computer setup, how you do it, how do you port it, the behind the scenes type of thing. People want to know more about that so they can get their message out. Because you can, again, I know that Gary, who was it? No, nothing with Gary. It was Ryan, and especially Jeremy. Their first experience, when they first started doing streaming, they used this. They used the phone, the Android. Both of them used Android. And the fact that they were doing videos on Android and getting out there and having a following, it wasn't about the equipment, but it helps where you have that, a base or you have your social setup. They were doing that. Now that they are, but it took time. That's the thing. Best things come to those who wait, basically.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's a slow build up.
Mm-hmm.
But
I was listening to a business seminar, and this is how he put it. Like when you start out, it's 4 phases basically. When you start out, it's like you're going up a down escalator. Second phase is more like stairs. You're still putting in like the work, but you're actually getting somewhere. Third phase is when the business starts to carry you. So like now you're walking up an up escalator. You're still working, but now the business is actually starting to put some effort into it. Fourth phase is elevator. And that's when like you've gotten to a point where it kind of manages itself. You've grown, you've hired employees, you have managers that take care of all of the hard stuff, and it's a well-oiled machine.
Right. But then again, like Disney and all these other entities, if they don't have that continuous improvement process set in, to atrophy gets in. What we have now.
Well, they took the elevator to the penthouse, and then they just kind of took a shit on everybody.
Yes, exactly.
And I mean, they're starting to pay for it. Like the revenue streams are drying up. It's only a matter of time if they don't shift. It's going to be the end of them. Like people think that that's like impossible, but big companies can fall.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, we watched the 2008 crisis. How many big companies fell?
Big companies should fall. That's the point. They should fail for their disingenuous practices. And again, here's the insidious part. They're not doing anything illegal, but it's unethical. There's a fine line there, and it's a very sad line that they're crossing. They go to court, totally legal. But if you look at it under an ethical point of view, it's totally wrong. So there's a mismatch. That's what I'm saying. I rather be ethical and right, or whatever, proven wrong. I want to be proven wrong. But again, this is insidious stuff, and it's destroying America. It's hurting a lot of innocent people in the process, in my opinion.
Well, that's one thing I've discovered is like that's why I'm trying to get in touch with people too who also have a lot of product on like TeePublic and Teespring and places like that, because I want to know what kind of margins they're getting, because I almost guarantee I can give better margins for the prices that they're charging. Because I know the Legion had their stuff up and they were only getting a couple of dollars off of each sale, which is ridiculous.
I'll tell you this, I got to talk to No Green Rocks, but I had ported over my channel, YouTube, to Rumble. And every video on my Rumble channel now has been monetized. Insane. They give you instant monetization. They see what I'm doing. They did it. I talked to them. I got paid. I'm going to get paid. Same thing too. When I went out to the Oak MG Media Group with Jimmy O'Keefe, they contacted me immediately. Yes, we want to do it. We want to work with you. Your content is good. So I'm putting it out there. And that's what you have to do. Anybody listening right now who wants to do this as a full-time position, and actually it's kind of funny that they mentioned this earlier today in Orlando. They had the MegaCon. Who was it? Ryan, Jeremy, and Drunk Tripio were up there, Jay, giving a panel. And people asked the same question. How did you start? What did you do? And it was the same thing. That's where Jeremy and Ryan told the story. I started off on the phone, and then I started off with Last Jedi. That was the big thing. That was the one event. It was just so hilarious. All of us can, I myself can say, why am I with F-15? Last Jedi. 2017 was the moment I hooked in, and I listened to what Jeremy had to say. Then I went to Nerderotic, and Gary had said certain things. We're saying the right things, and we have to press the flesh to get sure that, hey, Cam here has great merchandise that should be on the public. It shouldn't be siloed behind the paywall of being conservative. No, what you're producing are high quality items. So let's do that. That's what I'm saying. You have to do a step and do that.
Yeah, and that's another thing too. I almost guarantee that the quality of the shirts is a lot better than what they're using on those other sites, because they're marking up shitty shirt prices at least
how many
double what they actually are.
How many times are your shirts out there? Go Tit, make Marvel mail again. All these things you've done, and then of course what you're wearing right now, the Letterman jacket, amazing. People want this, and I think again, talk to them again. I it's your business, whatever, but talk to Melissa about a soft launch for make it around. Oh my God, dude. Make it around Homecoming, because that was a big thing. October time frame. People love Homecoming. People are nostalgic of that. The idea of getting a Letterman jacket for October is good. And on top of that, talk to Gary. I'm spitballing here. Talk to Gary and Melissa about like badges, because you put your badges on the jacket.
I'm way ahead of you.
I know you are. I know you are.
Let's not talk about that, because I don't want to give away.
Sorry. But you get it. You get where I'm coming from.
Oh yeah. I've already got.
You already know. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I don't.
Maybe let's get because I wanted to get a bit back on.
Yes. Let's go.
Because Flagrant, before we got on tonight, was talking about apparently Destiny had been back on TimCast. I actually haven't watched TimCast in a while, so I haven't seen it. So I don't know what ensued. All I know is that like when it comes to that guy, when it comes to red tubers, he's the one that I despise the least, I would say, just because he at least, I respect that he tries, like when Myth Informed has done their debate cons, he's one of the few that will show up and actually put forth his views, no matter how ridiculous they are. Whereas a lot of people on the left that are content creators, bread tubers, just they never cross over. They don't want to have that conversation.
Yeah.
So, actually one of the first YouTube videos I thought about making was going to be on Destiny when he was talking with that ass muncher. What is his name? He talks. He's him and Sam Cedar.
Oh shit!
Are always talking. It's not. God, who is it? He's a blonde-haired, he's real prick about everything too. I'll have.
Not sure. I don't keep up with that crowd, so.
Blonde-haired. Wait, Bosch?
Yeah. No.
It's not Bosch,
I said prick, not kitty diddler.
Okay, I don't know. Gavin?
Hold on one sec.
Oh man, made a big mess. Dead air.
Yeah, dead. Get
It's
it.
all right.
I know. I'm saying.
God, who is he? Oh, I can't remember his name. It's right on the tip of my tongue too.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Ladies, pull it out, ladies. Pull it out, ladies.
But no, he was talking. Destiny was talking with this guy, and it was one of the first videos where he completely took the mask off.
Oh,
And they were talking about Kyle Rittenhouse.
Oh.
And Destiny was like, he's like, so you know that our audience, we tell them the story we need to tell them to keep them on our channels. Like, you admit that you're complicit in that, like we all are. And he's like, yeah. And that was just like, so it was like a blatant admission to, it might be wrong, but if it keeps you here, then we're gonna say it. And
That's
shit
wrong.
like that, just why people listen to them. And then him being on TimCast the other night, like, I'm glad he was on, because if anyone with any kind of critical thinking skills and knows about relevant news stories that they were talking about, or knew about the stories they were talking about, and knew the nuances and the details, they would see he's absolutely entrapped in that Democratic talking point circle jerk of inside their little bubble. You hear all the popular phrases and topics that they want to say about certain things, like the Ahmaud Arbery case.
When was he on? I'm looking at all the different channels. Going
Wednesday
back.
or Thursday?
Really, this early?
I think it was Thursday. I think it might have been Wednesday.
Not Sean Spicer.
No, not Sean. He was after Sean Spicer.
Destiny.
Yeah.
Alex.
No, not Alex. Alex was last night.
Yeah.
Destiny.
Destiny.
I think Steven.
No, it's Destiny in the title.
Okay.
But like the Ahmaud Arbery case, he's like, oh yeah, where they went down and hunted down and shot that black guy who was jogging through that neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you can tell he never actually looked into the story, or
they didn't track him
even
down. The guy showed up all the time, and they just basically he wouldn't answer questions. And
for anyone who's listening, here's what actually happened with the Ahmaud Arbery case. Okay, you had a guy, Ahmaud Arbery. He kept visiting this neighborhood, which was over 20 miles away from where he lived.
Mm-hmm.
He was caught on security cameras stealing from these various houses where they were doing insides, remodeling.
I'll correct you on that one statement. The fact is that he's been shown in those. There isn't actually definitive proof that he took anything out. That was whether or not he did is still immaterial, but because it was still a crime regardless whether he did actually steal or not. But
even if he didn't take anything, by him trespassing in Georgia, if you trespass on someone's property, it's a felony offense.
Yes,
like that's how strict it is down there. And what was their names?
Oh gosh, I'm already
the Dougals.
No, was it McDaniels?
Might be McDaniels.
McMichaels. That's what it was.
Yeah.
So the father had a gun stolen out of his truck in that area of the neighborhood 2 weeks before this happened.
Yes.
He had been caught on security cameras trespassing into these houses.
Yes.
The cops actually went with the McMichaels around the neighborhood and had the pictures of Ahmaud Arbery saying, we're looking for this guy.
Yes.
Now, in Georgia, if you are, the citizen's arrest clause used to state that you cannot make a citizen's arrest unless you visibly see it happening, unless it is a felony. With felony, it is merely a suspicion.
Yes.
If you're a person of interest in that. So when they went, people say like really screwed up. They shouldn't. with the citizen's arrest law the way it was that day, they had every right to pursue him and make the citizen's arrest.
Mm-hmm.
I will say the
Now-
one thing where they probably did mess up, and I don't know how much this should mitigate or make them culpable of anything, is that the younger one did point the gun, like when they stopped him. That does complicate it just a little bit, just because like pointing a weapon in most states is unless it's already in self-defense, is considered a felony assault. So the case can be made that like when Ahmed Arbery grabbed at the gun, you can make and this is the reasonable doubt. This is where I'm like, it's like when he admitted that he pointed the gun at him, I knew he was in trouble.
I don't know. That depends on felony suspects, and does that count when you're trying to make a citizen's arrest against a felony suspect? And you don't know whether he's armed or not.
Because it's because with the way he told the story, he basically said that he pointed the gun at him first as the guy was coming, as Arbery was coming towards them.
Yeah, that's
okay.
when you need.
Okay.
Then in response, as well as, and I think what you're hinting at, like perhaps if he had ran, and the law is a bit vague in the language. You can argue different ways on this as to whether or not they would have had the legal right to open fire at that point. But
well, I think so. You're talking about he pointed the gun at him as he was charging toward him, right? In the front, at the front of the truck.
Okay.
Because here's what,
I'm getting a little fuzzy on the details because it's been several months since
I'll have to go back and look at the video, but I don't think in the beginning he just pulled out his gun and told him like get on the ground.
No, he didn't.
So
but like the way I remember picturing it when he was telling the story, and it might not have been the way it actually happened, but this is what you have to be careful of if you're testifying on your own behalf. It's just like the way you tell the story, how the jury is going to hear it is going to determine whether or not they find you guilty or not. But it sounded like more like they intercepted him, and then as before, I might be remembering it wrong. It just sounded like there wasn't any threat presented by Arbery when he pointed the gun. And so I can see a case where it's like if Arbery, ignoring the fact that he's quite possibly probably guilty of burglaring the neighborhood, right? If it had just been any other person, they'd be justified in reaching for that weapon if that weapon's pointing at them. So does that make sense?
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but from the way I remember it, Arbery had gone to the back of the truck, came around, started to walk away, and then turned around and like was rushing straight at the son. And I think that's when he finally pointed it at him. But so getting back to the crux of why I think this case was a complete bullshit, you should have changed this a long time ago if you wanted something done about it, is the part in citizen's arrest that says you can pursue and perform a citizen's arrest on suspicion of committing a felony. The judge intentionally left that portion out of jury instruction to where it only said if you had eyewitnessed the event.
No, yes. He didn't leave it out. He reinterpreted it. He
left it out. I remember
he reinterpreted what that meant. I remember this. You're
talking about the comma thing, where but no, like if you go back and look at the actual jury instruction, he left out the portion that said unless suspected of a felony. I'm talking about
what it was like the Friday before jury deliberations.
No.
And they were having
this was the day of.
I'm talking about when. Okay, you're talking about what was actually handed. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about two different things. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I know which part you're talking about because they tried to argue. Well, this comma means no. Like if you read it, A comment is to separate a separate idea or a meaning that you're trying to convey. And that was the part where it said, unless suspected of felony, committing a felony. But no, what the judge actually gave the jury completely left out the reasonable doubt portion of the citizen's arrest for a felony.
You're right. I actually forgot about that. That was on the day of the jury instructions. What I was referencing before was the hearing on the deliberations on the jury instructions, where they were both making their case for how it should be presented. Yeah. And then the judge basically just kind of went back on all of it, and I forgot about that part. But yeah, that made it like nearly basically impossible for them to get off at that point.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, there was no way the jury reading that interpretation and completely missing the context of the felony, the reasonable doubt on felony, or reasonable suspicion, or I don't think that's the exact terminology, but by him leaving that out and completely extricating the felony portion of the citizen's arrest and when you can pursue, it guaranteed their guilt. There's absolutely no way. Like, if that was the law, yes.
So he basically the jury instructions wasn't it no, it was a he. I'm getting them all confused. I'm trying to remember, what was the one with the Asian lady? Was it that one? Maybe that was the taser woman, the woman who's called Taser but actually shot the guy. I forget. But yeah, the
Taser face. Every time I say Taser, I say Taser.
But yeah, it basically went from reasonable suspicion to you have to have witnessed it.
Yeah.
And they did not witness him come at that moment. They were witnessing him, basically what appeared to be him canvassing the neighborhood.
I saw the video.
Someone had saw them on the cameras and said, "Hey, he's back." Called them because they had gone on the patrol with the local sheriff's department, handing out flyers.
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
And so then that's when they pursued him. But yeah,
what's so funny? If they went with the police and to show them, and then of course nothing that they had on them was different than what they did when they found him, and then of course they railroaded them for this. This is so sad, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I 100% believe that they should get out on appeal because of what the judge intentionally left out of the law when he gave jury instruction their instructions, or gave the jury their instructions.
Just like with the Hunan shaman, the fact that they hid the video with his they basically said, you did this, plead guilty. This is it's different. I know it's different, but it's basically the same.
Because that's just that's more of the prosecutor's office intentionally leaving out evidence that they know is available. This is an actual and deliberate extrication of the law to get a verdict, to guarantee a certain verdict.
Very correct.
That, to me, that is way more gross than leaving out evidence. I mean, don't get me wrong; they're both bad.
Yeah, I consider them pretty much on the same level. It's just from different actors, is because one's the prosecutor, the other one's a judge. Really, so they're
your judge is supposed to be completely impartial
because of his position. Yeah, the judge's position is supposed to be impartial. I mean, really, prosecutors ought to be concerned with justice, actual justice, but we find that so many are really just zealots that need wins to justify their job, I guess. I don't know, but they'll go after somebody in, like, I'm thinking like the Kyle Rittenhouse case and how they tried to just railroad him. It was obvious. Like, where's your prosecutorial discretion now? This thing that they argue that they're supposed to have, but they won't exercise it for good.
Right.
Yeah.
But again, it's because the overall narrative is where we are. It's wokeism. It's the idea that, again, they have done this, I would say since after World War II. The United States was united to do these things. But then this is documented. So I'm not changing YouTube. I'm not saying anything that's not out there. The idea that they realized that after the war, people started to start doing things, and they wanted to ensure, how do we keep people engaged? Sell them the American dream. Sell them that if they invest. And this is the whole idea that, think about this way. The first lie, per se, of adulthood is once you get married, buy her a ring, use 3 months' salary. That's what the beer says. That's wrong.
Bullshit lie.
Yes, because again, diamonds are worthless. The beer's cartel ruins everything, and they want you to take your money, which is not real to begin with, and you spend it for a ring that will do nothing. And that's all because it's an influencer thing. Think about it. The influencer is not a new thing. It's been around for a long time, and the influencer in this case was Queen Victoria when she got married back in 1900, around there, 1910, I believe, or 18, whatever. But the idea that she wore a white dress, and that's why every wedding from that point on, since for the last 100 years, is white, because of Queen Victoria doing it. It's all influencer driven. It was done through the media, which is also like Hearst Media Group, which you know what they did. And who tried to call that out? Orson Welles, because his movie Citizen Kane was an analog of what was going on in the real world. The fact that William Randolph Hearst said, if you give me the pictures, I'll bring the war. It's all propaganda, and we're living in the propaganda era, where documented already. They said JFK, CIA took them out. That's documented now. And when I found that,
still can't get the full fucking story on it either.
But what's so funny? Not even that fact that they admitted it. The fact that the public was silent on it, that was scary. The fact that
it's 30 years after.
I know, but still
more than that.
But get
that
this,
was 60s.
Yeah, but get this. They did the same thing. Nixon. Mark Feld, I believe, was the FBI or CIA director, who was the one that was deep throat. Whoever it was, he was a part of the plan. They wanted to get Nixon out too. Think about that. They got rid of Kennedy, JFK, war in Vietnam, which is also made up. They also committed the fact that we started the war. We did it. Guess what happens? We lose all of those men who died. All 50, 60,000 of them would have been the leaders today. Yet who is now in charge? The draft dodgers are in charge.
So I will say one thing. Like, there were people back then who knew it was bullshit, or they had at least some inkling.
But they still served because they wanted their buddies to survive.
But the people like everyone gave Muhammad Ali all this shit, saying he was unpatriotic.
They did.
But he was right. Like,
yes,
these people had an inkling that something wasn't right. They didn't have the exact details. The only reason, though, the Vietnam War ended is because too many Americans died. Too many Americans died too fast.
But I don't want to go down that path of, because I have friends who have kids that are like 18, 19 years old. I don't want them. I mean, these kids, I grew up with them. There's one kid very special to me, per se, because I met him when he was 18 months old, and we hung out together. Again, he's adult. He's like, 17, 18 now. But the point being here is, I don't want that kid or any kid to go out to fight a war that's meaningless. No, again, we have to build here. And again, I am. This is why I signed up with the O'Keefe, the OMG Groovy Group. That's why I have this thing. That's why I am doing my revamping my whole channel to basically say, enough of this BS. Here's the truth. And again, I'm sorry. It's a Rumble exclusive. I said this and I said that. I won't say it here because YouTube is a bitch, per se. It's not Mama Susan anymore, but it's Cuck Susan.
It's even worse.
Basically. It's Cuck Susan. It's a guy who has no balls.
This is the guy who led the what do you call it? The Crowder rule.
Yeah, and we're done. That's why I decided to go Rumble. I'm still YouTube first, but for the last two videos I've done, I'm actually posting one right now. I'm putting on Rumble from my phone. And yeah, it takes time, but again, I'd rather be somewhere where I'm invited. And it's a sad state of affairs when we can't speak truth online. Again, I thought it was a free country in the sense that if you're labeling misinformation, then no, you're not. And I'm just gonna basically, I called out on my YouTube channel on Rumble. I called out Reese Witherspoon, and I just sent a video to her, and then also Gwyneth Paltrow. Again, God darn it, these people.
I wish somebody would sue her for her pussy candle.
I should do that
because there's no way that thing actually smells.
Your
like
candle smells like shit. I'm suing you. No, I mean, but again, the videos. Who was it? Oh my God! If you when you get a chance, if you want a really good laugh, look up the Slate article on Gwyneth Paltrow. They basically they're sucking her cock if she had one. They literally are. It's that bad. Oh, thank God, our queen is
this
good
day and age.
now.
This day and age, it wouldn't surprise me. So,
but if you look at up Slate Gwyneth Paltrow, they're basically praising the fact that this guy who really hit her, she didn't hit him, is all after money and everything. And I go, oh God, it's just the cringe on her is out of proportion. But then again, I look toward real actors and producers. Mel Gibson, Chris Pratt. Who else was the other one I saw? I saw that was really based. Shit, who's he? It's on the tip of my tongue now. Nick Cersei. Nick Cersei is one of them, but there was another one. Mark Wahlberg. Fuck, Mark Wahlberg basically told LA to fuck off. He's moving to Nevada with his kids. The Quarter Ring talked about it.
Mark Pellegrino is also a really good one. He's a really good follow on.
But that's the whole idea. The whole idea, there are people out there that are part of the system of Hollywood who are just done with it. They're moving to Montana, Nevada, Georgia. They're trying to make sure that their family is safe and doing right by their own values. Because right now, real values are being dismissed wholeheartedly for supporting. Here's the truth. Again, if this is too controversial, say it. The LGBT community is a subculture. Again, I am a freak. I use Linux. Who uses Linux? Really, it's less than 2%. It's less.
Not in a while, but yeah, I've used it before.
But it's less than 2% of people.
Yeah.
Who listens to classical music all the time? That itself is a very marginalized group, very, very small. If you look online, who bought music? Classical music persons like myself is less than 2%. And again, I'm a proud 2%er. I read. I don't watch movies or anything like that. I enjoy reading and writing and music. And I live in my own bubble. Again, but this bubble is being burst by these idiots, and I'm not going to drink anymore. That's why I'm done. I left Illinois for this reason, and I'm here in Florida, and I'm really glad that they had a meetup today. I couldn't go, of course, because I'm not gonna. I fell down last time. Okay, I came here; it was really bad. But again, I'm doing my thing. But again, we have to support and continue to hold people who have good values and are wanting to get their message out there. That's what we have to do.
Yeah. I mean, well, that's why, one of my goals is doing the monthly art contest for shirts within the fellowship and everyone who watches Friday Night Tights, and actually giving them portions of the sale and promoting their stuff on the site.
Exactly, and you should do it too whenever they have whenever they have a meme. Work with no green rocks. You could actually produce shirts that have memes on them that he did or they did in this it's cross promotion. And anyway, because again, the underground economy, the second economy, like Ripa has said, our July is critical because who knows what's going to happen next? And if you need to feed yourself, why not do it? Why not buy or trade things with people that you care about? Because I care about everyone out there, Crash, Flagrant, myself, anybody out there. We're trying to do the work to make things happen, to keep things going. So that's what you have to do,
Yeah, I mean, the community building and building that parallel economy is really important right now because I'm still convinced that they want to split because it'd be easier for them to cordon us off and then attack us from within.
Exactly. And that's what they're doing. That's what they did in January 6th. This is documented, of course. The FBI was there shooting into the crowd, but they were shooting them in a direction that they would migrate toward the Capitol, which is insidious. It's totally insidious. And it's out there. Look out there when they asked who was part of the FBI during January 6th, and they pled the fifth. They would not answer the question. So it tells you right there what this was.
Oh yeah. Cash Patel was on. He's like, if there weren't any FBI informants in that protest, they would have just came out and said it.
Right. But
the fact that she said I can't answer that,
yes,
means hell yeah, there absolutely were.
They were inciting it. They were inciting it. It's entrapment, basically. And they were, and then the thing is,
they were opening locked doors for people.
Correct. Yeah,
People could not get inside. You saw the one video of the guy pulling people in.
Mm-hmm. But like I'm saying, you had some people that were saying don't cross, yet some of others were saying cross. So that's added confusion. Telling somebody let them in, whoever it was, they did it. That incited those that said, hey, they're letting this in from that side. Why aren't you doing this side? So it's basically implicating that's the whole idea. They want a gaping hole so that you can concentrate on the hole. If there's a hole there, then I need a hole here. It's very logical, per se. Like if you went to a concert and they gave you tickets, like you're getting guaranteed your seat, we're doing this naturally. And then finally find out, hey, someone's going to call the line. They're all going. They're all rushing. Am I going to just sit by and not run for the seat? I'm going to go. I'll be part of the mob doing that. And that's where we get in trouble.
Well, honestly, it's not even that. We just get blamed for the shit that bad actors do.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the real problem.
True.
And like, I don't understand, man. Like, yeah, it's again one of my fucking things. Like, I don't think people are going to give a shit until it really starts affecting their personal lives.
Yeah, exactly. Again, I have inklings, as I have people who are just like normal, and I tap into like asking where they are, and all the normal people that are clueless. They have an awareness of things going wrong, but don't know what it is. And I don't want to tell them the truth, because then if I did, they would really like self-delete. They would if I told them the real truth. Again, I've done as part of I have a new series coming out. I have a few videos out right now on Rumble. I'm going to be Rumble exclusives about, what's going on. And it has something to do, it's an offshoot of what's going to be with the OT Media Group. Why would I spend I spent $800 on this thing. Why would I spend $800 if I knew it was important? And downstairs, I have some mics also, where I'm ready to do that real journalism, because journalism is dead now, per se. It really is. Who is the real journalist out there? It's doing work. It is Tucker Carlson, and on the congressional record, the chairwoman or whoever that was, that lady, who basically said Matt Taibbi is just out for his money, and that Tucker Carlson,
so-called journalist,
how dare he? How dare he? And again, McConnell and Schumer and Pelosi saying it's dangerous for them to have all the video. Like that's a threat to democracy. Yeah, it is. And again, I am doing a new paper. We're coming out soon, hopefully. And I'll have a video on that. It's called Democracy is Evil, because it is. And again, out there in the chat and YouTube, democracy in its purest form, which is what they believe, means that the majority wins.
Yeah, it's mob.
And it's mob rule. If you basically have 5 animals, 3 wolves and 2 sheep, what are we going to eat? Mob rule. The sheep are dead. The individual is paramount in America. It's been like that. If someone taught civics and knew Articles of the Federation, building up all the letters to debate, they had these conversations. In the original draft, it said there, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. But there was one phrase that was removed. In the original draft, it was life, liberty, property, and the pursuit of happiness. Property was withdrawn. The compromise was a 3/5 compromise, because again, back then and day when it was introduced, the Three-Fifths Compromise was not because we as the conservatives thought that people were less. Is because what would happen is they told us the Democrats at the time would use their slaves as voting bloc. Lo and behold, that's what they've accomplished. Back in the 60s, they basically told the black families that, again, you don't need your fathers in your home. If you got rid of them, kick them out, then you get more money from us. So that's why the welfare system of the 60s grew up. That's why we had black fathers and families. We didn't have a family turn to drugs and alcohol. And of course, what did they do? And you saw it in Boys in the Hood, and it's true. They put alcohol spots on every corner in black neighborhoods. They allowed, again, I'm just saying this, you look this up, it's true. The cartels down in the U.S. government are working together to put things out there. The fentanyl issue, that's, again, fentanyl. And you have the right and the left fighting over it. But the truth is, both of them put it in America because they want control. They want you weak. They want you desperate. They want you on your knees. Why in God's name, no pun intended, did they shut down churches during the pandemic? Because they don't want you to have a sense of community. They want you to be isolated. And I'm done with the isolation. We're going to call it out. And this whole thing, I swear, there was a video of basically a guy it was the whole Randy, when he found the internet, for porn on the internet, he went ape nuts and cummed all over himself. There's a meme of CNN's face in this coming because of Trump. It's crazy because they think they got him for what? He basically took care of an issue as somebody he had slept with. Fine. Don't talk about it. Just shut your mouth. Whatever. I don't care. I myself said, shit, I fucked Stormy Daniels. Here's what we did. Here's the positions we did. You should basically fall into the meme and just say it.
My thoughts are, please go through with this indictment. Please put Donald Trump in jail, because then we can arrest Obama, Bush, and Clinton. Look at the shit Clinton is actually credibly charged with.
Yes.
And the shit he lied about while being president in the White House.
Yeah. And I am going to call all those people out.
They're all fucking war criminals.
You really don't.
They are.
Again, those in the chat, you too. I am done. I am ready to unleash like hell, basically. They think that I'm coming in violence. No, the pen is mightier than a sword. I'm going to do video. Again, I can do deep dives. I can look at the deep internet and find shit that they've done. I know it's easy. I know what they are. No one's calling it out. They praise them. The view is just like this. I don't know what else to do. I'm trying to figure out what to do. I want to debate those idiots, those cunts. Well, basically, they're all cunts.
So going back to the Destiny thing on TimCast, you cannot talk to these people because you could say this horse is dead, because it will be there will be a dead horse laying there. You'd be like, that horse is dead. But if someone on their side said, no, it's just sleeping really hard, but they would not believe you.
And that is
why, even if you proved it to them, they would still have this logical fallacy in their mind to where they just can't admit, damn it, he was right.
But again, here's the thing. It's not about them. I want to interview them. You saw the Libs of TikTok interview AOC. That's exactly what we want to show. Basically, I'm going to videotape it, me talking to them, and then trying. And again, they're going to deny reality, but it's on videotape. And then again, hey, I'll basically end the video and say, look, they didn't figure it out. You guys know what's going on. Their denial. There it is. Because again, they think that if they say no and it's on tape and you put it out there, they say already in their mind, hey, it doesn't go with the narrative, so that it'll be removed as misinformation because it doesn't match what I'm saying. It's not about you matching what you're saying. It's matching what the truth is. And they don't understand that. So this is just about to it can either get very funny or very dark. The dark side is because they actually arrested the guy because he did a meme of Hillary Clinton for the election, and they find him. No, that's so stupid. again, well, he put out misinformation, but everyone does that, you idiot. If you're that stupid, then no, you shouldn't. Again,
if you're stupid enough to fall for a text to vote scam, you don't deserve a vote.
Correct.
Correct.
That's the point. That's the point. These are the same people who say that black people don't know how to get IDs and they need our help. No, and they say it. They say it. My black people,
well,
I will take care of them. Come on.
Come on, Rubes. If you don't vote for the Democrats, you're not black. Obviously. I mean, look. Larry Elder is a black white supremacist, okay? The guy, I see him regularly at the Klan meetings. He's there in his little robes, and he's always got them nice and pressed and cleaned and all this bullshit.
According to them, this is a white hat. It's the pointy hat, according to them.
That's basically a white hood. Yeah,
I know.
I want to address this from what Rob said. It's like they don't talk, they screech, and it's actually scientific what's happening here. It's biological. Cognitive dissonance actually causes pain. It literally causes people. You get a headache. It's literally physically pain.
It does.
That is why the screeching happens.
That is why I'm sick. No, I basically, before this happened, I told my brother, I says, this makes no sense. Men are men, women are women. There's nothing between. And the perfect analogy where we are. They had a skating competition a few months ago, or a few weeks ago, maybe, and they had the first trans skater. You saw this, and the guy, it's a dude, fell down like 5 times during this whole thing. It was like the exemplification of where we are. And I go, like, no.
That's actually the one case where I'm just like, you know what? Let him skate, because you know what? It was terrible. And maybe, I don't know. That might be the one case where I'm like, because in all of the other cases, a guy's coming in and they're just tearing up the sport, and then in more violent sports.
The weightlifter shit bullshit.
Yeah,
you mean like the
Leah Thomas,
weightlifting and MMA and swimming and.
Well, you mean like the guy who transitioned and won the women's cycling competition after he started the sport 5 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But Babylon B made a great meme about that. It was a guy that identifies as a motorcycle. You see this? It's an old video, but it's like he basically was. The parody is the fact that he's a bicycler, and he didn't feel like he was doing his best. And he realized, I'm not a bicycle, I'm a motorcycle. So he won all the Grand Prix or whatever it is on the motorcycle, but he identifies as a bike, so whatever. It's just so dumb. I'm done with this shit. I really am, and I'm calling it out. It's why I did the Rumble. That's why I'm basically a banned video on YouTube. I put on Rumble, and I did another one. I recorded another one that I haven't posted out yet, where I call Mike Obama what Micah is, Obama what it is. I use all the words. I mean, you get all the gamer words are out there, because I call them out, because I don't care. And for the record, everybody out there, I'm 8% black, so I can say what I want to say.
If anybody, if either of you find that deep dive on Mike Obama, please send it to me. I'm gonna go search for it, because I was just taking it as a joke. This
is all because they're going to do this. I swear, in the summer of 2024, guarantee you, Michelle will become Mike Obama. I'm here. And then he's going to run for election and win, or try to win, because of all this crap. And it's all a setup, because they can't let go of power. And we're just done with it. Valley Jarrett, you know what you are. I won't say it here, but whatever the guy who said what he said, he was correct. And you are. Go back to the jungle. I'll just say that. And again, you're no, she is evil. Ron Klain, all of the deep state behind Biden, who's actually running it. Obama's still running it, and Michelle and Jill is just there. Again, it is so insidious to me that they actually say Dr. Biden, because she was giving an honorary degree. Well, and shit, I have an honorary degree from life. I'm Dr. Haynes. Screw, I'm just done. Again, Mr. Haynes, I'm now Dr. Haynes. Why? Because again, I know more shit than you do. You're idiots, and I'm just done with it. I really am. I have my fuse. of my explosive power is done. And here's the thing. Again, I'm just telling you the truth here. If you remember Silence of the Lambs, after that guy Biggs or whatever his Griggs had done the things to Clarice, and the fact that Lecter did something, he whispered to him and he self-deleted. I'm at that point now. I will talk to you. I whisper you the words so that you understand the reality that you will self-delete. Again, I'm done because again, this is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. I'm just
figuratively in Minecraft.
Yeah, figurative. Well,
yeah.
You can say figuratively.
Man, you're on. Here comes Ruben's dark hero arc. Jesus.
No. I'm going to say the words you want to. They don't want to know. You're full of crap. No. But I'll say something different. Yeah. I'll say it differently. I'll whisper in their ear, and they're going to start crying, and then they will jump off a building. I'm done. I am totally done. Because again, you're destroying not the United States. You're destroying humanity. It's humanity now. Okay. Honest truth here. This is logic biology. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Man, woman, together, creation. Man, together, nothing. Women, nothing. It doesn't, again, in order to perpetuate the species, you need a man and a woman. Period. Well, identify as. No, you're not. I'm done. And you've been called. I will call you out. I'm going to go and Rumble, or I'll go. I don't care. I'm going. I did post on Twitter. Not Twitter. What's the thing called? TikTok a while back. And is it true? Tweeting out hashtag White Lives Matter gets you your post banned and removed for hate speech. Stating white lives matter. That is a very sad state of affairs. And any of them. I'm going on LinkedIn now too. I'm doing the same thing on LinkedIn. Somebody said, and then they said, hey, do you want to talk about business? And I said, I looked at his bio and it says he, him. And I told the guy, what the F? He, him. Never talk to me again until you remove these silly programs. I'm doing that. I'm going to talk to LinkedIn. I don't care. I'm going to burn all these bridges with all these woke idiots. Every company that has rainbows or whatever, they are done. Like I said, this is my last iPhone. I'm switching over to 13. And after that, I'm going to go to my Linux phone. I'm never going back. I don't want any other apps, anything like that. We're just done. I want to have instead Flag and Triggers merchandise out there. All these different things. And I did.
Yeah,
and just you mentioned it right now. I might as well just share with you right now. I'll put it in the Substack because you have it in the title. Let me go ahead. I said it reversed. Then you have it in your title. I have a Substack, I should say. I'm sorry.
Oh. What? His computer die?
I don't know.
Oh, maybe.
No, there he is.
There he is. He's back. What happened?
I was going to show you my Substack. That I actually have a Substack, and it's good that you bring this up here because actually the Substack is. I'll just put it out there right now. I'll share you a link of it because it actually talks about AI itself. Because again, I lay the groundwork out for what it is. It's Kyle. It's the article is here. And this is getting back to your point of view, what you're doing here. I'll just share it in just private chat or right here. That's what I have. It is basically a dark side of AI art. And I specifically state in there, in a very brief point of view, why AI art, in my opinion, is detrimental to human psychology. And I put it there, and you look it up. I don't put the references in there because it's just a snippet of a larger article I'm writing, but it's the dangers of the uncanny valley. The idea that you're going to be programmed. Think about it. You have kids right now, little kids. I saw the one today. So I went to a barbershop. That's where I bought all the alcohol because the guy, he shaved me down, did a nice thing. He said, don't give me cash. Give me a bottle of alcohol. I went, good. I bought him a bottle of Hennessy. Then I bought another. We were drinking there, but then we're
Ruben, In regards to the AI art, do you think it's because of the way it's being used? Is the issue, or do you think that there's something inherent within AI art, or at least
It's both. It's both. Number one,
like if maybe perhaps under better developers, like if people develop better products.
Here's the thing. Here's the first thing everyone has to remember. AI right now, Chat GPT, Bard, and other systems that are out there are proprietary. You don't know what the algorithm's doing. When you ask it a question, it'll give you an answer, but the normies will think it as its truth. Because here's what I did. I'm writing books, and I'm writing articles and stories, things I've written in the past. I'm resurrecting and recontextualizing them, whatever they are. So there's a very famous book, St. John of the Cross, back in the 15th century, wrote something called The Dark Night of the Soul. The Dark Night of the Soul is very contemplative about philosophical aspects. Why am I here? What am I doing? And the whole aspect of that is called something called Viva Negativa, where how do you contemplate, or you must contemplate the absence of God to understand how important it is. It's a very, very philosophical aspect. But the point I'm bringing it up here is when I basically said The Dark Knight, it instantly said Rises. It wanted me to put me to a movie. It says, no, I'm calling it The Dark Knight of the Soul, a book. So the AI is now giving you something that you don't want based upon what the majority of the normers are asking for. So I'm getting lots of very weird responses that have nothing to do with what I want. Because again, I'm a 2%er. I listen to classical music. I write music. I paint. I do everything at a high level, and I just don't appreciate anything low art. Which again, music today is low art. And then when you ask it to play something on either Google or Alexa or Siri, it's giving you answers that are not correct, and people are according to it. And if you look at the research, ChatGPT version 3, the one before this one, was 78% accurate. This one's now 90%. My concern is that 10% is not accurate, is being touted as accurate. Because again, they review it, it's fact checked, and they found out that 70% was correct. The other was wrong, whichever 22% was wrong.
Who did this fact check? Because we know how fact checkers are now.
The fact check was done. I think it was done through. I think the person that reported on it was Linus Tech Tips. He reported the fact that it's coming up. So I validate, or I at least trust that he can provide some information. He's pretty agnostic when it comes to politics.
Yeah, I like Linus. He did that
because remember he got hacked too.
Yeah.
I've heard about that. That's what I'm saying. If he got hacked, then anybody's hacked. You gotta protect your stuff. Shit, it's crazy.
Yeah, one of my thoughts was I want to encourage more people who are of sound mind to interact with these AI so that we can train it better.
Exactly.
Like that's the best way to.
No. I swear, I was playing around with it, and I asked it a question and gave me an answer. In the end, it answered, "Well, it's kind of difficult, but for diversity and inclusion," I went, "No, don't do that. Don't even bring that up. Drop it out." I'm forcing it again, doing things that you do, saying it's wrong. Here's the context, and it changes, but it doesn't. It only changes for you at that moment. It doesn't change everything. And it basically it comes down to one thing. Good men, good women need to rise up and say no more. We can just stop this madness because we're spending money like crazy, which is not just debt. It's just basically debt. It's a debt. You owe that to somebody. It's not yours. That's the whole idea, which goes to the whole idea that you will not own anything and you'll be happy. You will own nothing and be happy. That's what they say. You just, no, I'm going to own whatever I want to own.
BlackRock owns everything.
Yeah. Basically. Yeah. BlackRock. God, this guy's crazy.
Well, guys, we've been going almost 3 hours.
What the hell?
Yeah.
It's been fun.
Yeah, it's been a good one.
Oh.
Okay. But
Chris, you sent me a message. Oh
yeah.
Oh no. Well, again, I feel Chrissy's a special. She's a. You know what? Again, you guys know her, and I'll just say this much. Chrissy is so smart, and the one thing I appreciate about Chrissy is that she doesn't know something, she admits it, and then she researches it. She's done this. So again, you see this in her private streams where I have asked questions of the guy, like Ron Coleman, or who else it was. Who was the other guy? There's some other guy recently that she interviewed. But the whole idea is the people that she interviews spark her to ask questions about her narrative, what she believes in. She's made so many strides, so many changes. And I only see good things from her. Things stay the same. Again, a lot of good stuff. And again, I'm glad that she's working with you and that we're all supporting her, because she, again, is the woman, the kind of woman that we would always like. Someone who's ambitious, works hard, is funny, cleans up, likes to clean. Again, if you saw the G&G house, she walked in there and she started cleaning. I went, dude, Frank, if you don't seal the deal with her, you really
it's coming.
I know
it's coming.
I know it is.
Yeah, dude, oh my god, I would either be a nightmare or the OCD people would be very happy with me, because like I'm messy. Like I always have been. But like I don't give a shit to help out.
But what
either.
about a wife? Do you want a wife? Do you want it married?
Hell yeah. Yes.
Well, then why don't you put it out there? I'm doing no, dude.
I mean, it's
dude,
I'm not exactly hiding it on
I know you're not. I know you're not. But I'm doing the work too, because again, today it's so funny. We went out, had a good time. I went with these guys, and the guy is basically, I said, I'm looking for a wife, and the guy was literally calling up girls from the Dominican Republic and from Cuba and from down south that want green cards. Hey, this guy is looking for a wife. You want to talk to him? And going, these girls don't know a word of English. And I feel, dude, what are you doing? It's like, I appreciate talking to her, but I can't speak Spanish very well. But I tried, and she understood a little bit of it. But again, it's like the opportunity there to find a good woman now, because again, you can basically say one thing about all three of us. I'm hoping it's true. We're pure blood in a way. And the fact that we didn't know. I'm saying, again, women right now, because again, when more this shit comes out and they find out what's going on, those that didn't get vaccinated are going to be swimming in pussy. Dude, I'm already feeling it right now. I know
what you're saying,
and girls are just throwing themselves at them.
I'm more sad about the shit that's going to happen.
Me too.
The side effects these people are going to find out about in a few years.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
Bad.
It's like, I know it's bad, but again, we have to basically admit. I told one guy when I quit my job, the guy basically, I told him, I said, you got the vaccine, didn't you? And he basically said the most fucking cuck answer. That's a private question. I can't answer that. I'm like, shut up, then. Shut up. Go ahead. And the guy called me back, and guess what he did? He put his phone on his number, hiding his number. And I went, God, you're a fucking pussy. I'm just done with your shit. What's this video?
We're gonna watch this again before we go.
God. Yeah, we're gonna close on.
Oh, good.
Some inspirational stuff.
Hell yeah.
Well, Ruben, where can they find you, man?
Oh my God. Okay, I have my Substack out there. Threw it out there. Let me throw my Rumble out here. Let me grab it really quickly. Oh my God. Because I'm now going to be committed to doing Rumble more than anything else. And I have my, what I'm doing here is a new series called Conjecture. And that's basically what it is. It's asking questions. And I have let me share the link real quick to my last video here. And you can go from there. So this video is actually a response. I did a 4-hour response to one comment that somebody said. The shooting happened in Nashville. Sorry for that, but I basically said this. I said trans killer kills Christians, not the whole. We don't know what happened here. We're going to find out and investigate. Because I went, are you serious? You're going down that path? So I said those words: trans killer kills Christians. And then somebody said, reported for inciting violence to me. That was a response. So they reported my video for inciting, reported my comment as inciting violence. And then I went through it, and the link I shared right here, why it's not violence, and I put down the documentation from the NIH, from the aspect, from a suicide prevention lines of who's actually self-deleting right now. And it's mainly these people. And again, we have to take care of these people. This person was indoctrinated by the left, was indoctrinated by every aspect of it. We have to stop it. So that's where I'm standing from, and a good point. So let's hit this video. I love this video.
So they can find you on Rumble and Substack.
Yes. Sorry. See, dude, if you give, I won't shut up.
If you AI in the chat, so
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I see that. Crash, where you at, man?
Find me on Twitter. Go ahead and follow me on Twitch. I might stream there someday. I keep saying I will, but I don't know.
Is Twitch just
we'll get a game stream going one day.
Yeah, a co-op. Yeah, I gotta set up my OBS, and
I gotta invite this girl
take me
on.
long.
God.
I think
I
Tim,
meant the smoke show.
If we just set a date, and if we just say, okay, we're gonna do it on this date, then I will do what it takes to make that happen. So
yeah, I'm the same way, dude. It's like
Yeah.
I do much better with setting strict like
Deadlines,
this needs to be deadlines and get the expectations by certain dates. But hey guys, flagranttriggers.com, get your merch. We got all kinds of sweet shit, and if you want it, like, the links are below. Got everything. It's on Twitter, I'm on Rumble, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, Boomerbook, whatever you want to call it. But we gonna close it out with this fabulous video.
Mm-hmm.
Later, guys.
Durham probe into the Russia collusion hoax. President Trump has just been impeached on both Article 1
The only president of the United States to be impeached for a second
January
time.
6th committee releasing its final 845-page report.
Former President Donald Trump has been indicted.
Remember this: nothing worth doing ever came easy. Following your convictions means you must be willing to face criticism from those who lack the same courage to do what is right. Relish the opportunity to be an outsider. Embrace that label. Being an outsider is fine. Embrace the label, because it's the outsiders who change the world and who make a real and lasting difference. The more that a broken system tells you that you're wrong, the more certain you should be that you must keep pushing ahead.
This is a party that wants an outsider badly.
I continue to believe Mr. Trump will not be president.
You must keep pushing forward. Never, ever give up. There'll be times in your life you'll want to quit, you'll want to go home. I can't do it. I can't do it. Just never quit. You will build a future where we have the courage to chase our dreams no matter what the cynics and the doubters have to say. You will have the confidence to speak the hopes in your hearts and to express the love that stirs your souls. And you will have the faith to replace a broken establishment with a government that serves and protects the people. They're not coming after me, they're coming after you. I'm just standing in their way. And I always will stand in their way.